Just onslaught.
I believe so, yeah.
I probably can be heard through chat.
These are really good.
Through chat?
Yeah, but the fact that they go over everything, you just kind of
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna get some stuff away.
place them.
These are
where
really
they-
fucking good.
So,
And
your
Kraken?
name is James
Yeah.
Bond. You've won 3
Yeah.
boxes of love.
These are really
That's the
good.
ideal number of both letters.
And the crazy part is, they're only 230 points.
I know.
3 boxes of plague
Wow.
letters. Love letters and plague letters. Yes, that's right.
I need to get these. I think John ordered them.
I think
That's
John's
pretty
got two
cool,
on the way.
Yeah.
Boxes of stuff given away.
I want
Anyway,
three.
At the end of this round,
I think we're live.
Oh, are
Live,
we
live?
live? Oh, we should pay attention. I can't see anything.
Are these
Yeah, neither can I.
Hold
Hold on a second. I'm going to try and refresh here. I'll see if chat can hear us.
The question is, what was Chuck's first?
I'm going to refresh here.
Oh, man.
I guess I can just watch on Twitch. Is there somewhere I can watch that's not Twitch?
Yeah, you can watch
Yeah.
I'll talk to them later.
in
Let's see. So
Discord.
this one's
I don't know why
complicated.
it's not doing it right now.
You understand the attacker-defender mechanics?
It doesn't say the Biff Pod is live in the stream.
I'm fixing it.
They can hear us?
I'm
Okay, well, they can
fixing
hear
it.
us. I just don't know what's going on with
The other
our...
part of that is the attacker will be the first one to move. That's all
I think
we're
they're going to
doing.
figure that out.
Yes.
There you go.
There we
Who's
go.
who in the role to be
Beautiful.
the attacker.
Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah, it's like I've
When I
measured
realized I went to the other
two of
stream.
these things are more important than the other.
All right,
one, and I get
guys.
both.
Welcome to game
balance.
3 of the RTT. We have...
Yep.
Make sure I get this right.
You should choose that.
Noah versus Chuck.
Yep.
Yes.
Noah
That is
versus
Noah
correct.
versus Chuck. And that is... If I go to the lists...
We got Stygies Ad Mech versus Chuck's Sisters.
Ooh, baby, that's a good one.
Yeah, I actually really like this match on paper. This is the one John Lennon and I
Priority
talked about a
targets.
lot last week.
Mhm.
We were doing the lists.
Yes, it's very dynamic. There's a lot of shooting, and a lot of shooting that can be applied after moving.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
And we're talking one of the interesting
Like cutting
things
jib?
here with Noah's
Exactly
list.
what I have.
You can push forward with the Kastelan
Yeah,
robots
I don't
with
think either
the,
one of us wants to be the one that has to do the punching.
9-inch
so-
pre-game move, and then really dominate the firing lanes and use them very aggressively. And then it's like if they get engaged, you can just shoot into combat. It's not the end of the world.
hmm
Four shots.
I think the only thing that those Kastelans would have to worry about is taking like a full...
No, that thing's gone.
oh my gosh, I always get the name of these wrong.
Multi-multi retributors.
Multi-multi retributors.
Repentia.
Or, yeah, the Repentia in combat.
I think either of those will scoop the Kastelans because with the miracle dice, each failed mental save is just going to kill one, and they can force enough with the cherubs to just kill straight through the whole unit. So
Yeah.
Sleight of hand.
that unit, I think that's going to be the crux of the game: is how Noah manages the Kastelan robots, considering the 400 or 500 points of his army,
Because
plays
Right.
around Chuck's ability to kill the variety of his units.
your
Yeah.
index fire. Is
Another thing that's going to have to be remembered is that the Overwatch out of those Kastelans is pretty...
Okay.
So if those Repentia do go for a charge, I think it's got to get buffered by like a Rhino or something.
Yeah.
Well, we
Well,
wanna
also
store some
keep
shit
in
somewhere
mind
else.
there are a lot of walls on the center of the map here, so that's not good for the Kastelans on a lot of fronts. A lot of angles for the Repentia to charge from, especially if they're trying to play at a line of sight from the multi-melted retributors. So they don't want to really tangle in the walls, but if they hang back, they're going to be blocked on the sight and not really be shooting much.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting game.
I think Chuck's definitely got the advantage here just because the 500-point Kastelan unit feels like such a liability specifically in the Chuck's army.
hmm Yeah, I think it's phenomenal into certain lists, but perhaps not this one.
Yeah, might be a bit of a mismatch there. I mean,
We should
the
actually
Electro-Priests are no joke.
We should go over the list a little bit more in depth here.
Sure.
I've got the RTT list right in front of me. So, Bloody Rose Vanguard. What do we got here? Chuck's Sisters list. So, our Martyred Lady Battalion. Which, what is that trait of theirs?
So that's the one here. I'll just go to the sisters actually.
So mine is going to be 2 squads of Repentias and Rhinos.
Yeah, I'm bowing out to you here because I'm not...
Yeah, I gotcha. So it's an armored lady battalion, which is the one where
deep
after
break.
taking
Both jump
a
squads.
casualty enemy, you get +1 to hit,
And then I
and
will
then
have
also
one
every
unit
time a
Repentia.
unit dies, you gain a
When
miracle
you
die.
Reventure,
So it's
when
a
you
miracle
Reventure
dice factory in itself.
Traders, and when
And then it also
battle,
gets you Junith, which is a really good character. She's cheap and gives you
reserve.
reroll one's hit, reroll one's to wound,
One,
and a +1 invul aura, all packed in one package. And the
12.
+1 invul aura
Yeah.
affects all
12, 16, 17.
disorders. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's hot.
Yeah.
Two
So in
CP
there we
work,
got
yeah.
3 units of 5 sisters, and then a
Last
hospitalier,
strike at
and then 3 units of retributors. Full multi-meltas payouts. This is 12 multi-meltas with 6 chairs between these girls. And then 2 emulators also kitted with multi-meltas. That's, if everything tries to, it can fire off 44 melta shots in one turn.
Ridiculous.
That's insanity. Then we got a Bloody Rose Vanguard, which is pretty classic to most sisters lists. We got your standard 27 Repentia, 5
very.
5 Zephyr,
Hammery.
5 Seraphim, and 2 Rhinos. This
Here
looks
it comes.
nasty. This is like the most math hammered sisters list you could possibly write. A
Yeah,
lot of the finer points of sisters, I think, are like not skipped over,
Probably blocked.
but I guess foregone for just more raw power. Like 44 melta shots is something, you know.
So just,
yeah.
kinda-
This
you
isn't
can
the
put 'em on
list
top,
that is
the way
like
the screen
slowing the game down and like really playing to mission objectives by playing like 54
I'm gonna
plus
just say, like,
invulnerable save.
I'm assuming what you're
like,
doing is you're on the
basic
objective, and
sisters.
you're not touching the wall.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's
All
a
that
bit of a
matters.
mismatch with Noah's Ad Mech, which are basically a Stygies Battalion, 3 units of 5 Vanguard, 3 units of 9 Electro-Priests, 2 units of 9 and 1 unit of 7 Electro-Priests, 2 units of 4 Serberys Raiders, a unit of 4 Kastelans with heavy Phosphor Blasters,
What?
2 Skorpius Disintegrators, 2 Skorpius Duneriders, and a Terrax Pattern Drill. So the reason I really favor Chuck in this match is simply because Noah's got, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 vehicles, and Chuck's got 44 meltas. This is a rock and a hard place. Like, what?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. And I think that also hands out a fairly easy secondary for Chuck as well. Like he'll be wanting to snipe those vehicles anyway, and now he's just going to be able to decide, yeah, I want a bunch of points off of it as well.
Well, it's doubly troublesome for
let me-
Noah
let me
here
decide
because
real
if
quick.
Noah wants to not die to the multi-meltas, he's going to use those ruins really effectively. But using the ruins really effectively means the Repentia get to declare whatever charges they like with no Overwatch. So it's kind of a situation of out of the frying pan and into the oven for these Ad Mech. But they do have a lot of pregame move shenanigans, so I don't want to count them out yet. And it's always a lot of firepower. Maybe if you can get some good angles and a
Try
good
to
turn
imagine
off.
where the
Yeah. I also think that Noah might be able to just slow the game down himself a bit and
Put it back
have
on top of it like
maybe
that, yeah.
2 turns of having the Skorpius Disintegrator indirect fire do some damage. Chip away at what you need to get.
Yeah. And
to
you know,
protect
one of those Repentia units won't be going into Rhino, so it's either outflanking, and then you
That's
know
just,
you can just
experimenting
screen it
with
out
tactics.
and you get there, or it's deploying, in which case Scorpius get a free Repentia unit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Are those Retributors in vehicles as well? Yes, they are. They're in
Yeah,
the
there's
emulators.
2 emulators for the Retributors. So one, again, is going to be walking in, eating some Scorpius, or outflanking. But outflanking Retributors is not too shabby, since they do the strat for 36-inch range multi-meltas. They're going to hit what they want.
Yeah, I hear that's pretty good.
Yeah. Really, you just want to outflank them so they can get different angles around ruins. You're not concerned about anything else.
Well, let's quickly talk about the mission here
Now back to
and how that
Enemy
relates.
Sisters.
Yeah, what is this one? Priority targets. This is the one where you take turns moving the objectives. That's always an interesting game within the game.
And it also means that
You're just
the
standing here touching this.
board edges that he can outflank in on are the lot more options.
Yeah.
If he was to outflank those Retributors, he's got a lot of board surface to work with.
Yeah.
So what I've got here is these guys are all just tucked up against the wall.
Did Sisters or Ad Mech change
Grabbing
points
that cover
much?
'cause,
Not enough.
I don't think Ad Mech changed at all, really. Sisters actually, I think they gained points, but they lost points. That doesn't make any sense.
Retributors did go up.
Retributors went up 2,
Macdougall.
Repentia went
Macdougall
up
killed him.
1, but then Zephyr went down 2, and then Simulacrums became free. So, like, your typical Sisters
and
list
just like, okay, so
pretty
what-
much
what-
net
and your brain
out.
just goes,
Yep. Yeah, with the points changes of an FAQ, it's not typically what really changed. It's what changed in the units that were actually seeing some game time.
Yeah, the FAQ changes aren't like a chapter proof where everything's going to get a balance. It's more just like if there's a problematic unit or something, they'll do something about it.
Yeah.
But I guess Retributor were exactly, or Repentia were exactly 1 point problematic.
That's what they say anyway.
So what's going on here? What are we
debating? Deployment back and forth right now. The priority target is interesting as well because this is that, typically speaking, guarantees like 15 points of secondary. Like unless someone's getting
They
completely.
just have to hold the one in their own backfield. The sisters should have no problem with that. The Ad Mech should also have no problem with that.
Yeah, neither of these armies.
Neither of them putting like 110% pressure on the enemies to steal that backfield objective.
Yeah, if anyone's stealing the backfield objective, I'm going to give it to Chuck.
That's true.
He's got the Repentia, he's got the Zephyrim, but I don't see.
Yeah,
don't see
it would have to be a very janky play.
I don't see Ad Mech cracking that central kind of core.
But the one thing is, though, this is often a mission where people like to take domination, and that pushes a little bit aggressively. So if Chuck takes domination, he gets himself out there a little bit. Those Electro-Priests could jump onto him, get themselves on objective, and a 2-up invul. Chuck doesn't have any mortal wound capacity, really. Or anything aside from raw power. So he's got to fight the 2-up invul the hardest way possible.
How many attacks do the Repentia have each next to the missionary?
If they charge or were charged, obviously, it'll be 4.
Okay. I'm wondering, so yeah, 2+ and 1 save is fantastic, obviously. But there is also such a thing as just volume. So I was curious as to what kind of volume the Repentia could put out.
Yeah, so if Chuck took the exploding 6's Sacred Right, which I'm assuming he took, that's the standard typical one, he gets about 100% ratio for hits, so 36 attacks, 36 hits. Wounding on 2s is 30 wounds. He'd kill about 5. 2 damage into the Feel No Pain, maybe 4.
Typically speaking, that's all failed Feel No Pains.
Correct.
That's usually all. You could get one of them to pass.
No, that's not the kind of.
That's not a great trait because Repentia.
Actually, don't do
You need
it.
the remaining. I guess he's got 9 minutes. So if he does that and kills 5, 4 Electro-Priests probably don't kill all the Repentia back, and that could be a nice swing for you, especially after morale. But this is a time where you want to have heavy bolters or something somewhere to help volume out those Electro-Priests.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have 2 characters and 2 rhinos to deploy.
I like to put things like Braziers of Holy Fire into my list just to give me some like once per game smite type rules.
2 squads.
That way, if I fight things like Electro-Priests, I don't have to kill all 10 through a 2-up invul. I only have to kill like 7 through a 2-up invul.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Kill like 3
Which
to make
Razor
them
here?
a
There's 1 squad, actually.
Then I'm going to kill 6.
Sorry, I got it backwards.
Do you think there was any missed opportunity here to have tossed in an Imagifier? Save?
So I think the Imagifier is very overrated in Sisters.
Sorry, it was on. It was.
I personally
on mute when I
still
went and
love
got a
her.
drink.
I don't think it's the auto include a lot of people think she is. The ignores AP -1 doesn't really come up in the way 9th edition plays, I think. It's very trading
good
based. So you're very overkilled, and ignoring AP -1 isn't going to save you. So you're
what
really
does
only
she
taking
do?
over the +1
Reroll
strength.
ones
I like the
to
+1
hit
strength,
the wound.
but with the +1 to wound strat, it's
All
not really
our martyred lady.
necessary. I like it for the
Also
repulsion.
a bigger
I'm bring them
carry.
to strength 7 for
Average
not
character.
nice vehicle killing stuff. And
And
I
she
also
does
bring
good.
Jitnaf to strength
Oh,
5.
that
So
seems
she's
good. 2 heavy flamers is nice.
Yeah.
It does stuff I enjoy.
I don't know if you're getting too far away from the mic, but you're cutting out a bit for me. Not your chat's getting that as well.
My mic's on my
The
shirt,
comments
so
are
that'd be
just
hard.
not in my box.
Okay, I'll just
there it is.
asking.
It might be the case that I'm concerned, but let me know if it's a problem. Anyone in the chat. Sorry.
May also just be the Discord audio fighting for who it wants to listen to.
Yeah.
Does strange things every once in a while. Sounds fine? Perfect. Okay, so it's probably just me receiving it then. That's no problem.
What do you put the point spread at, Caster? That's a good question. Let's see. I don't know what secondaries they
Doesn't
took, unfortunately.
seem like a good idea.
I
We'll probably get
imagine
that soon.
if we could find out what the secondaries are, whoever's shoutcasting, that'd be
So
awesome.
for you to
But,
get a line of sight here, you would have to get immolators out,
they'll take priority targets for
and
15.
then you'd have to get here and have.
Oh, to go
The
down
boat.
that path?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I don't think I can.
I was just trying to make sure that if I place here, can I get shot?
I don't think so.
Chuck will probably win that one eventually.
Okay, walk out this side of the building.
Let your priest off.
Okay.
I don't think the point spread is going to be that big. I think this is going to be a high scoring game because it's on a hold one mission where there's objectives deep in the deployment zones and easy on the flanks.
So,
As long as you just don't go,
I think it'll be a little in Chuck's
if here I'm out of range.
well, not a range,
Probably
but you're out of the
80
ability for
something
you to get an angle on you.
or 70
Okay.
something to
So
60
like
something.
there.
Yeah, I think I agree on that. Like an 85.
Yeah, 85 to like 67.
So I'm going to
if I had
assume that
to
you can't get
I'd
an
say
angle on me from here.
in Chuck's favor.
Basically,
Yeah.
like
I think I'm getting that.
this.
Yeah, that's even
Yeah,
generous.
because bring it
Okay.
down is also another good one.
I'm
Did,
barely
sorry,
making it.
I didn't hear if he actually responded. Did we get
All right.
secondary?
So I'm not going to
No, I
spend the
can get those in
CP
sec.
I'm not going to spend the CP
Okay.
to scout
I don't
move
think so.
that unit.
But he's not going to spend TP. What are some of the synergies in the Ad Mech army? Well, it all is based on basically the trap that is the Kastelan robots. In most games,
That
and
one's
probably
good, but they're
not
both the same.
44 mountains and Chad's Chuck is packing. In most games, the
Surprise.
Kastelan scout
We have
forward
opinions about how this game goes.
control
Like I said,
the
it's
table,
weird.
shoot it,
Everything in our
I've
model is obviously
fights
different.
people to
but
charge them.
our armies are
Engage in
very
combat.
similar.
Yeah, absolutely. No, very, very similar.
So
We don't
when
want
you
to
get in
interact
combat
with
with
person. We want to
them,
change when we
level.
interact.
you get close to the Electro-Priests who then kill you off the
Disincentivize your-
robots and then get themselves to that 2+ symbol. So it's kind of a trap to try to deal with these robots. The conventional.
Disincentivizing seems good.
So
And
I
Repentia
think
and
that's the
Missionary
biggest
in our
synergy in
house.
this army. That's kind of underlying. But
Yeah, and such.
I don't know how Noah's going to adapt because I'm not overly experienced with the style of Ad Mech, and this is a hard counter to that style, to that tactic, I should say.
I like that you can put
Yeah.
dogs.
For secondary,
Yeah, it's not very
Does
often
not
that you
be
get
afraid.
something that this skewed. I have 9 or 10 vehicles. Cool. I have 44 meltagun shots.
Yeah, like this isn't. They're not even vehicles with the invulns mostly. They're just going to die.
Yep.
Yeah.
The army is quick. I think Noah, his best adaptation is to be on the move and making sure
Yeah.
that those meltaguns
Okay.
can't get to
He
bear.
needs to trade them. He
this
needs to
is
make it so the meltaguns only kill one vehicle when they fire, and then they immediately die in return.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So the whole game is going to be around, can he set that up? And that's going to be hard when he's got a 500.
Immolator there. I think we do not want to heavily spread out.
Secondaries are priority, engage and deploy scramblers for both players. Interesting, no one went for domination here. I would have been certain, at least the Ad Mech did, but I guess
Domination is hold more, right?
domination is hold the majority at the end of your player turn.
Up.
Oh, right. That's why it's so good. Player turn.
Player turn on a 5-objective mission, and like, did you take a turn? You get domination.
Okay. We are.
Yeah,
not gonna
especially
spend
with
CP.
The ability to move the objectives, and they've pushed them
Okay.
closer
We
together.
spent 1, we went down to 10. This would take us
You
down.
really
I think they may have just not been
No, we're
thinking
not gonna
about
spend the CP.
domination because it's not a typical secondary you often choose. So maybe they weren't thinking about it with respect to this exact mission.
Mhm.
And they were like, engage is what I always go for, so I'll pick engage.
Yeah, engage and deploy
And robots
scramblers might
left.
be kind of a safe place
In a deploy.
Yeah.
In a thing.
for both of them. Just something that they're used to
And the
taking.
drill is breaking it?
Yeah.
Stuff I coach
And a
people
squad
on all
of
the time. You gotta
squad of
evaluate the exact
little guys are
situation.
coming in from strategic reserve.
Yeah.
So priority engage
just
scramblers.
thinking.
How are we feeling about scramblers?
Okay.
Yeah,
I wonder
bring
if
it on.
either player
Sounds
has
good.
time
Inside the wall?
to figure that out.
I would think so.
We'll turn it so it's
I would assume so too, but I'm curious what, because I'm sure Chuck has those like 2 main Crusader squads and whatnot for the purpose of.
You don't have any first turn deep strike?
Yeah.
But keep in mind,
I have to. These are questions I have to ask.
looking for the jank.
it's
It's not
not
here.
as much side table to that flank on to get into that
I mean,
back.
it's one of
for
those things.
scramblers.
You
Not
have to
hard
ask.
for.
I usually play chaos, and I would be like,
Hard
yeah,
to
do
follow.
this and this.
We're playing this as obscuring, right?
Correct.
Hmm.
So obscuring is touching. I unlock when I touch the base since it has a base, right?
No, we're using the wall.
Oh, so line of wall.
Yeah, so basically just declare it. And just communicate.
Okay. So I can't be in this little notch here and.
You have to step up to the wall.
Oh, that's what. Oh, you mean. So what I'm saying is,
Is this in Unlock the Terrain?
I think
Or is this Unlock the Terrain? Or is
Panda Secret,
that
but
one?
the melt-a-guns
Okay,
on
so head
the
against wall.
immolators. If I was to take a guess,
That's actually best for me.
getting to
Their
the
terrain
point where
would
it's
be like
almost like a
this.
ridiculous amount of
Yeah.
saturation.
This way, so it's not like you'd be blocked from actually getting
Now there's another target that has multi-meltas that you have to deal with, and the immolators might actually draw fire away from the retributors.
Yeah, that's true too.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it
Well,
gets
it's also
me.
that's a unit that has
I think all it does
multi-meltas
is
that
tempt me to move them out,
can get around
and then they
angles.
get destroyed.
Mhm.
And they can use miracle dice too. So even
though
those 4 multi-meltas,
okay.
actually, this is really cool. The emulators of multi-meltas.
If you move those emulators forward, will you be able to draw line of sight to this guy from where he's at?
They chase as they follow her around.
Mhm. Yeah. The fact that it's not just because that's the thing that people forget. People are like, oh, eradicators are really good with their crazy melta rules, but we forget that a lot of times sister meltas are just flat 6 damage.
That way,
Yeah.
if I need to go.
And the secret, I agree with you.
Right.
Typically speaking, I prefer heavy bolter emulators to multi-melta emulators, just because you do already have
Okay,
multi-melta.
I think I'm deployed.
I like to have a different range
See if I
profile.
made a mistake.
I value a
Sure,
lot.
commentary and chat will tell me.
Yeah, that's
Gone for the
Well,
all-
I'll tell everyone else.
particularly the very interesting games to go back and watch my own game. And be like, what did the
IV.
commentators say? Were they just like, why are you doing that the entire time?
That's basically what I'm saying, Chuck.
All right. We roll to see who goes first. Or do you have? Oh, you do it after, right?
What? Oh yeah, no. After
Okay.
If I was Chuck, I would definitely
Pretty
outflank
good
that
there.
range.
you're going first.
Guess I'm going first. Would you like to do any things?
That's even more angles that I would have to worry about. You're not blocking them all, and you're just losing vehicles.
Yes, I think you do.
It looks like they did the roll for first turn, and I don't know whose turn it is because it's the pregame move.
And then I think you can tuck right around this edge.
But it looks like a pretty defensive pregame move, so I'd imagine
And
Chuck is
then
going.
these boyos.
Yeah, I believe if Noah was going first, I would have taken that pregame
Well,
and then regular
So they
move
can
and
go
made
how
some
far and
walls
shoot?
Yeah.
12.
and just
Yeah,
bop
I think
chuck up.
like I'm going first pregame
So
move.
we'll be able to see that dog there, so we'll just go.
Please don't shoot me.
Da, 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 da.
And
Yeah.
I
That is I am going second. Be nice to me. The pregame move.
And what is the threat range on those?
I love the
guys
Serberys
point
Raiders,
out
though.
that
Holy
right now?
crap, they're good.
23.
Theoretically,
They're one of the best things in the
miracle
game.
dice.
You can't charge
And
me.
then the Death Corps of
Range,
Creed.
so it'd be
That's right.
3
I
plus
spoke
6
about
plus
them,
3.
courtesy of Chuck in our podcast last week. They are also
From
freaking good.
right here.
When did the ponies eat
All right,
in the next
23 puts
40
you just on the side of the wall.
27 inches.
Yeah, those
27,
ponies got
that's
Primaris.
max.
Max, max.
Okay, an average is 23.
Yeah, but I don't know what averages.
Yeah, sure. So then the question is, do I just put them there and make you have to shoot them? Well, then you'd have to, you could charge anyway.
Doing some thinking.
4, 8 melta shots, more melta shots. Okay, yeah, we'll call it good.
All right.
I wonder if Chuck is going to piecemeal out multi-melta retributors this game. He's going to just try to make one big concerted turn.
Are we in turning the turn? I'm going to Mechanicals.
Oh, yeah. You got
I'm going to turn on. I guess it doesn't. The cover
Yeah, how
is gonna
many
be really
points
useless
is
for
that
most of this.
Retributor squad?
So we're going to turn on cover.
180 the way he's running them.
I'm going to deploy with these ones in the back.
And
He's
my
doing the
Warlord
full
I think I do it at the
scroll.
beginning of my turn. But my
Yeah,
Warlord trade's probably
yeah,
going to be
180.
exploding sixes.
Yeah, he's doing the full 6 girls, which means
Yeah,
he
I
gets
do the,
max multi-melta retributor and
the
a similar.
What's that do?
You kill my
I
guys on
believe-
5 up, they can fight.
Okay. That's within 6 of somebody? Or that?
No,
that's
by the
an army
count.
line.
I would like to
And I'm
talk
negative 1 to be hit outside 12.
that deep into it, go that deep into it.
Yeah, that's right.
What the counting plasma lets you do is
And
use
I
a
do have a fallback and shoot Canical.
to roll a 1 to hit on your
Because my
counting plasma.
Stygies specific one replaces number 2.
1 to die, because then all of your retributors who fire sequentially after her.
Remembering
now
all the stuff we do before the game starts. Look at us.
Right, you get your +1 to hit
You can
because you've
battle
taken a
round,
casualty.
Miracle die.
Uh-huh.
Yuck.
I mean, your Chuck is going to go this deep down the multi-multi path. I feel like spending the points of the counting
And then
plasma.
begin, I've got my relic, gives me 1 to begin my turn.
Icing on the cake, you know, the cherry on top.
Those are
Yeah,
not the
how
ones I
deep
needed.
down the rabbit hole do you
A
go?
1 and a 2?
Yeah.
I mean, you're past leadership for sure.
Yeah.
And this type of
I'll
miracle
have
dice.
that
Let me
too
look at this
for
list.
later.
You always generate 1 at the start of the battle round
Mm-hmm.
because you are playing sisters, and then Most
Calm
people
to me.
take. Looks like he took Litanies of Faith, so he can re-roll his miracle die every turn. That's on his turn and his opponent's.
You roll it on the center table.
It doesn't look like he took the Warlord trait to generate a miracle die.
Nom nom nom.
Every turn. So he's just going to generate the one at
something
the start of the battle
How far the
round,
robot shoot? 36?
and no triumph.
Robot 236. Strength 6, AP 2, no cover.
But the martyred lady
It's
stuff
like
does
almost
give a
like
miracle
wherever
die.
I move them, I can cover all the objectives. It's almost like that.
He's going to start slow, but as his army dwindles, he's going to have a ton of miracle dice.
Does he have any miracle dice modification?
Just a little bit.
No modification in his army. He really has gone bare with the sisters' tech.
Come get
and the
objective?
sisters just to take raw power with
Yep.
the sisters.
Seems good.
Not my personal.
Seems like a
choice.
thing you want to do.
It's
That's
almost
what
like
exploding
an
minor
orc
games
player
like.
is playing
I
sisters
can
and he's
see
taken
what's
all
bad.
the
I can see what's
Honestly,
medium.
all
it's
the
good
momentum.
done. I take lots.
Oh, yeah. You don't have the 0 CP, don't take any
I want my
casualties.
Luda bomb.
Have any of those?
I want my Mechanicus.
I can get 3 Luda
Sisters
bombs
will
and
advance
3 smashy bits.
That's right.
This is beautiful. I love Chuck.
Ah, Chuck's great.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I took the Warlord trait that lets him modify or reroll a miracle die once per turn, player turn. But the miracle die you generate at the start of the battle round doesn't count as during a turn, so you can't reroll that one. So he actually can't use that relic
Just a battle sister spot?
naturally. He has to trigger the ability to use that relic. So I don't really think that relic choice is well thought out in this army. It's a great relic, but you have to he's built half the miracle dice engine, but it's useless about the other half.
Well, if I remember correctly, this list
Please,
was pretty thrown
please
together.
bring out your most deadly thing
because,
now. That'd be
a
great.
bunch of
My
these
indirect
models are
fire would really
proxy,
appreciate
and
that. I
Chuck
would
was
love
just like
Thank
really
you.
happy.
That explains it. This looks like a good Sisters list at first glance, and then it just looks like it's built by someone who hasn't played much Sisters. Or
Which is
is,
exactly the case.
Uh-huh.
yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I did not want to go first. Not
This
even
is
remotely.
somebody who's
neither.
excited about sisters.
I was like, oh, great. I rolled a 6. That's really wonderful.
I could hear the sarcasm when you said I did that really good.
Sisters asked podcast to let us know about this event. Ooh, that's awesome. No, Chuck's a great guy, and he's a good player too. I'm not trying to knock Chuck. I'm sorry if I'm coming off that way. I love Chuck. I just think he's gone so deep into the hole, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, no, we're just saying what we see. Absolutely no shade being casted here.
Probably not.
Chuck is
Not
being
today.
really defensive on his turn here. I did not expect this. Basically, I guess we're playing new 40k, so Chuck must have just rolled higher to go first, and then decided to do nothing with it because I guess he wanted to go second. Maybe he's basically baiting Noah to come out and maybe shoot these 5 sisters that are tagging the objective.
Wow, that was pretty intense.
Super great.
I got my first deploy.
Yay.
Also, the Repentia
I mean,
Rhino
most of what we do this game.
created threatening since it's just on the wrong side of the wall
Is it my
from
turn?
Chuck
Yes, sir.
from Noah and
La,
projecting
la,
quite.
la, la, la. Oh, that's just moving if I want to do that. All right, so there.
Well, I do like the defensive play.
What is that?
I am a little bit curious if that's being a little too slow, though, since...
Yeah, remember Noah just has to survive till the end of the game. That's 15 points basically.
There are 5
yeah,
sisters
and
here,
Noah is the one with indirect.
and you have sisters on that objective, and you have
I don't
Rhino
think
here
this is
holding
a
this.
game you can afford to castle when you're not directed. I don't agree with that choice by Chuck. He's got the 44 multi-meltas, and he's afraid to use them.
Not fun. Okay.
Yeah, especially with the L on the right-hand side of the board, on Chuck's side of the board, that's in the center of the table. I bet you he could fit a lot more vehicles in behind that.
Yeah.
Be postured a little bit more aggressively. And then you can just step those sisters through the wall and do
I
your
love that
damage.
objective spot right there.
And this honestly
good.
isn't a
I
hyper
have to give a shout out to the WDC
robots
guys.
are very
I feel like
shitty.
every time I play on one of these tables, the
Skorpius
more I play, the
Dunerider
more I'm like, oh yeah, these are really
Really good.
intricate and interesting.
So I don't know why he's being so defensive.
lot.
You see where the robots are. You have
First, we're just overwhelmed by there's way too much stuff here.
those robots are just trying not to be shot themselves. I'm not worried about shooting you.
Yeah. Well, again, it might be a little bit of inexperience with the army.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Playing a little bit more passively. I'm curious as to how Noah responds. If we're about to go to a shooting phase too, I don't think there'll be much of a shooting phase, but if we want to bump over to the players for a second,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna come.
I'd be curious to hear some thought process from them.
It'll be. I think Chuck is already done. It looks like Noah's moving.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
So it looks like Noah's also taking a very cautious turn, which makes perfect sense because he just has to survive for now. Gets to shoot
12,
some direct
right?
fire.
12 movement.
You know, that
And,
15 is coming on bottom.
Where's 12 movement off that if you were coming this way?
This one?
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
I really do.
Maybe Chuck is just waiting for reserves to arrive
And it's 4 shots.
and try and hit it all at
And
once.
then you can get guys out of it, obviously.
And a heavy bolter.
And a heavy bolt.
Yeah, the guys coming out can go 9, but they can go through the wall, so they get some pretty good threat.
These guys
And then I do have a strat to go 36
do
on the
36.
multi-multis.
Oh, yeah, the range.
On the
yeah,
retributors.
yeah. Just you're talking range, not movement, right?
Correct. Yeah, I just casually go, you know what?
Just casually run 36.
I'm over here now.
All right.
I'd be trying to make that into a close combat unit.
That'd be-
Wouldn't a power sword on that commander there?
All right, so we'll go there. I think. Make some shots. Guess we just have to be just toe in. You can choose what you want to shoot. All right. These guys back here will deploy. Like that's a surprise.
The 5-man?
Yeah. All right, and then these guys will go.
So you have a 5-man unit of guys in your backfield on your home objective to deploy scramblers.
Yeah. Oh, before I move this, sorry.
Shocking tactic.
I'm gonna get the Dominus out before I move.
I get 3 points.
I really don't know why
I stood still.
it's allowing Noah to be so passive. I guess maybe
He did not get engaged.
but he needs to have a
I had
big
to put
turn
somebody over
too.
here.
Yeah.
Switch
And I was like,
He cannot afford
That's how I'm feeling.
yep. I sort of wish I left the Crusaders, because I would have just stood them under and been like, sure.
Yeah, I'm a little bit
And I guess he will
confused by how they are both being why they are both being so cautious, but
He gets a total.
I don't know why Chuck is, but Noah wins this game by doing this. If Chuck keeps doing absolutely nothing, just because they're both gonna just trade that middle objective, and the middle objective is doing absolutely nothing to each
I think
other.
this will advance too.
Holding time, except Noah's gonna be shooting indirect fire for the entire
It
time,
only moved.
and he can walk out on bottom of turn 5 to score that.
yeah, that bottom of turn 5 is quite powerful. It's already won me a game.
This is the flag keyword, right?
What? No,
I
they
went
don't
from
know.
having 5 points at the end of the turn to suddenly having 15.
Shut up.
Is Noah an experienced Ad Mech player? I honestly do not know Noah.
Can I get a line of sight without giving you a line of sight?
I think
Not
Noah is a
giving this one,
little
obviously.
newer to
I'm
Ad
talking about
Mech.
the
I
melting
think
guys
he's
who
been
come
playing
into my life.
a variety of other lists before this. I don't want to say that entirely, and I'm not saying that based on what I'm seeing here. I'm not sure.
I've played like 7 or 8
You could
games.
definitely be 2 players who are new to the hobbies, yeah.
Hammer and TTS, right?
Why am I making a lot of errors?
I think they just said that.
Okay.
Yep.
This is new to you, right? This army's basically.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
I just
The
painted this during
progression that you're
COVID,
gonna
and I have never
apply
played
with
it in
your
a
list
I think that's pretty
is
cool.
based pretty
I'm glad you
proportionally
came
onto
here.
how
I did not.
confident you are with what the list can do.
I
Like,
have
I know
a
Yeah.
exactly
also
what my
moving.
Tyranids can do, so I know
can
exactly
you-
how hard
can
to
you
push.
Tell me, will you be
If
able
you
to get
don't
line
know
of
what
sight
the
on
army
this
can
robot?
survive, sometimes you might be
In
very
my real-
The best I can do would be this.
In
Yeah.
my very first few games with armies, I typically like to be overly aggressive just to learn it all.
Yeah, let's overcommit and see
Way
how
back
badly
there?
I get
Oh,
punished
I'm
for
not
it, and you
gonna
can
do
draw
Yeah.
back your progression.
Like I get to experience more of my army that way.
If it's not the emulators, I mean, it's worth sending the Retributor squad after them. So.
So can I do it from back there?
I don't know. Just like my personal philosophy. Don't try to learn something.
Can?
I know I can hide it
My
behind the
little thing
wall.
was getting, but I have to be. I don't know if I'll be in range. La 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 la. I'll be in range.
But maybe
with
this isn't the
one, which is
best
not worth
spot to
coming out
learn.
of.
is in a tournament like this where you're wanting to win on stream.
So,
No, that is true. That is true. I also
yes.
think leaving the wall is synonymous with winning in this example.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you mind if I
suddenly we're
just
playing
apply my
cautious
deployed?
and
I'm just gonna
reserved
screen you out of
patiently,
the
and
way.
we're gonna try and eke out that win
I can't go back there.
rather than
just-
Oh, I
playing
got these triggers.
super
Yeah.
ham.
They're just
Because points don't matter in this.
saying all objective.
Points will
Doing the
decide
thing.
who wins the game, obviously. Still,
I consider bringing them over
but it's a
here,
seeded
and I guess
bracket.
they're
It
just
doesn't
gonna
matter
get
about like.
mulched.
Winning by one is the same as
Best way to
winning
get
by
two
none.
melted at them, I guess is good.
Yep, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool. I always liked that when we were playing our charity RTTs.
Yeah, I enjoy that too.
So we're gonna see if we can.
Lets you see your fate.
Yeah, exactly. You know who you're one of two going to play next.
Yeah. And you can kind of make your predictions,
We're
which is
gonna run
fine.
them now,
I love
Okay. and then
the betting bracket. I think that's one
Yeah.
of the most fun parts about this.
pop this guy.
Yeah, I agree.
Even at LVO, it's just a blast.
Which
Yeah, I love doing it there too. I think this is the first year I didn't do it for charity. This is the first one I ever missed, I think. I just have
these guys
focus.
do not want to come out. They do not want to play yet.
Yeah, this right now, I'm just like, yay, Warhammer is being played, and I'm happy to be here in cast.
Yeah.
I'm sure by the end of this, I'm going to be very bitter and just being like, I wish I was the one playing.
Yeah, no, serious. We're just moving, and moving is a lot. So I haven't gotten to be as involved in Warhammer as I'd like.
Well, I think you still got most of us
So
being able to
tactical
play on
reserve,
stream
you
all the
cannot come
time.
in on this board edge next turn. Right?
Correct.
Okay,
I am a TTS warrior.
so we'll just
TTS Warrior.
Basically, you can't come to your
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I don't have to worry about that screen. Right now.
John's predictions leaderboard.
You
view
have the
updated.
two jumpers.
No,
You can come anywhere.
For sure. I'm less worried about them. I mean, they're good, but you know. Okay. So we deployed.
Yeah, I'd imagine that they do the prediction
We
leaderboards
are
at
sitting
the
on
end of
priority
each
targets. We're
round.
going to go 3. And we're going to go into shooting.
Yeah.
All right. So first. All right.
Sounds like we might be
Okay.
going into shooting.
Yeah, let's see what they do.
And my Warlord trait is the exploding 6 hits on 6s.
Yeah, if you want to kick it over to the players there.
Edge of my little base.
I think it is.
No, just oh wait to the fin. To the fin.
Do I need to turn them up or?
No, they're
Yeah.
good.
So this is the non-gunboat just into the Rhino. You just have a 3-up save, right? Okay, 4, 8.
Oh, and you should be -1. I smoked.
Oh, 12. Okay, great. 12. 6s explode. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, no, not this one. They don't, actually. Sorry. My bad. Joking. 4, 5.
Why is this?
2 wounds. 3 wounds. No,
Exploding sixes, maybe?
That one?
cool.
Yeah, he's just going straight for
30.
the. Just going for threats. He's not risking.
This one will put all of its guns into that one. So
Well, good to
first
see one
is
of the players going
the
aggressive.
9
Get this game underway.
stupid
Yeah,
guns.
this-
These will proc extra hits on 6s, and I'll reroll once.
Although actually, I don't like it. I think Noah should try to slow the game
Keeps it
down.
away.
Getting some systems
5s.
down.
Oh, I didn't mean good by the right
No,
play.
it-
I don't know what the right play is. I just meant good for us. Those of us
It
watching.
is good. It's interesting. I'll give you that.
6 will proc an extra hit. No
All right, then.
wounds. All right. And then the gun on the top, 3d3 shots. 2, 4, 5. 4, 5.
I honestly loathe this weapon right here.
I hate this thing so much. I hate Skorpius Disintegrators. They just shoot
Would you
way too much.
on a 5?
Yeah, the fact that they're just like a good solid gunbow,
AP one.
and then they were just like, oh, by the way, we're just let
it's
artillery
It's cocked.
the
Roll
back of this.
You know what I hate more than Skorpius? I hate that Space Marines
All
like
right.
make it.
We'll go these 4 dogs
Mhm.
into the sisters.
All right.
4, 6, 8. La 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 la. You guys suck. Mortal wound and a wound.
Not a good round of
Wound is
shooting.
OP.
It's bad wound rolls.
No saving that mortal.
Good hits, bad
How many
wounds.
wounds has the round taken?
It's down to 8.
Yeah, it all washes out. Well, sometimes.
If you're playing thieves.
Oh, this guy advanced. He can't. Oh, they can shoot Cognis still.
Oh, Nick, so bitter.
August Dagger.
I don't think
Cognis,
I feel
but it's
playing you.
-1, so I'll just be on force. Well, it's -2, but
You remember
that-
your feel no
that
pains
rule
against
was made
me.
before you
Sure.
could be increased.
I apologize. Like, oh, just
Got something good. Incredibly expensive.
Proc,
You go through all the ranges of
proc,
emotions when those kind of
proc.
dice are being.
He goes what?
You're like, oh man, this is pretty bad. Then you get angry. You're like, man, this is just stupid. This isn't even a game.
no,
And then it
three.
like wraps all the way back around to being funny again.
Five wounds. Oops, sorry.
2 ups. Or do you know cover?
They do not ignore cover.
So lose 1.
Okay. How many are left?
3.
Okay, so we'll put the guns that are not indirect fire into here. We'll put the indirect fire gun into there.
All right.
So the indirect fire gun into the
Yeah, heat's coming out now.
3, 6, 7. Six is proc extra hits.
I feel like the Ad Mech shooting
Wound you on
phase is
threes or twos because it's
as long as it should be. Like, I thought we were
5
done.
AP1.
He asked how many Rhino has left. It's like, okay, that's just the end of the shooting phase. It's a ride. He's like, all right,
And
2
then
more.
the rest of the guns.
Yeah,
That right now.
I think it's like
9.
the reason
I'll try my
the
best.
AdMech shooting phase seems to take so long is very Two.
Ones. 6 extra hit. -1 to hit.
rolling for a what are they called? The repulsor, the repulsor
4 more
executioner.
wounds.
It takes
Oh,
it
yeah,
No.
takes
I hate-
forever. It's like 19 different guns. So you're like,
Yeah.
here's
And
2.
then
Stormers at least like that. Yeah,
6.
I remember.
Yeah, you don't just roll 30 dice. You roll 3 dice 15 times.
6
Yeah.
of proc extra hits.
I don't know
Who's
if
up
I'm
first?
just missing it, but oh no, there they are. I was trying to find the Kastelan. So whether
2d3. 6.
Um,
Does that do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't blow up.
yeah, I see them now.
Yay.
There are 9 people inside it.
Oh, the Rhino did go down. That's a big deal.
I lose
Your
2.
pension died too. Not so bad.
The grace one.
Yeah, it does slow those Repentia down though.
I wonder if there's a character in there. Let's check roll 10 dice.
What did I say I lost? 2?
Looks like 2.
Make sure I eyeballed this. Yeah, looks good. Here we go.
We're gonna. I think we've shot. These guys can't see anything. This guy in the front, that rider can't see any of this, right?
Actually, yeah. Sorry. Before I put them there, I want to ask, what do you have left to shoot with?
Nothing really, other than maybe if that rider can see something.
That rider. So what I'm actually going to do is
Well, no, not that rider. These are shot. That right over there.
right, but I can go out in the front of the rhino and take this if you don't have any more shooting left.
Yeah.
There we go.
Seems good.
So this rider here.
Yeah, the interesting part now is that if the
Is that C and 18?
Dune Riders were shooting direct
Yeah.
fire weaponry through the walls because they have stepped within the footprint of the building, that does mean that multi-meltas can shoot
2
them
hits.
back.
They always ignore cover. 2 mortal wounds.
Oh, well, that's gonna. They die 3
Okay.
times. When that well, I guess are you all doing a shooting phase?
Yeah.
Okay. They're armored lady, so I get a miracle die. I have a reroll for the turn.
Oh, we got these.
You only get one a phase, right? One miracle die a phase.
Armored lady is separate,
Okay, cool.
but yes. So
Up. I'm not an engage. I got my priority, and I've done one destroy slamblers. That is my turn.
you got
Okay.
Negatron.
Definitely feel like
Squad of sisters.
turning
And a
water
rhino.
into. Chuck needs to be super aggressive
priority.
right now.
You got engaged.
Oh,
Or you're gonna
hopefully you're right.
priority and a deploy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You too, right?
We're exactly the same.
All right, good. Seems good.
We're at 3 each. Secondaries.
What did he outflank again?
Yay.
I'm on 2.
Yep.
I go to 10. Ooh.
Sounds like chat's still getting you, Nick, but you're cutting out for me quite a bit. I don't know what's going on there.
Let's do I got lucky there right at the last second. I was going to get.
That's good. I mean, that's
I was going to get
okay.
away with it. Just 5 sisters.
Me.
Yeah, it's cutting out.
You know what
for
you
me
want to
quite a
do
lot,
is
too.
drive both your immolators out and your dominions or whatever they are to shoot the squad.
I want to bring all of this.
Alex,
I'm going to
which,
take out both.
Which
by
person were you asking
bring
about?
my
what now?
entire power.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start with my miracle dice. Beginning round. I'm going to keep it because it's the best one I've seen so far.
Sure.
Beginning turn. I use my reroll there.
I'm still getting you clipping a little bit here.
That sound good?
I bring you to a tournament game.
Sounds all right.
This is how you treat me.
I almost feel like it's just not deciding
They're like, we
how loud
miracle
you're
must
supposed to
look like
be.
miracle.
So you're like, let me turn you down a bit and see if that actually helps on
That's what
my
I'm saying.
end.
Please come all the way out with
Oh.
your whole force.
coming all the way out. You'll never even know what happened.
Okay.
So right there.
Seems good.
Chuck,
Might as well make this hard on you.
people improperly done things are my biggest pet peeves in this game.
That could be on the
Oh,
effective.
turning them properly around corners and stuff.
Great.
It's like I see people in like freewheeling and stuff. Like, what are you doing?
Hmm. Yeah, that pivot you just did counts as part of your movement.
That wasn't great.
You don't want to get the sisters inside out and fully expose them to all my shooting?
I'm not way into it.
Okay. Well, if it's something you're into, I'm down. I've got indirect fire that would like to say hi.
I'm going to run the Repentia back this way. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Can Repentia advance and charge?
Run the Repentia away? Repentia are running away?
They're running towards, I promise.
Oh, okay. Towards
People are
something.
using miracle dice and not advanced roll to
Towards
kill
not death. That's good. Running towards
what's
not
up?
death is a totally good thing.
Interesting.
Interesting.
No, to me, those effects are already dead. I'm getting 1 turn of usage out of them.
Yeah, but say, what's up with Dingus on his face over there?
Yeah, because they're just going to eat indirect fire now.
Close enough.
No.
Now.
Might as well use them before I lose them, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're trying to distract the Skorpius Disintegrator fire, but I don't think that's what we're going to accomplish because like it
What's
takes
that? What's 6 do? Reroll once?
+1 invul.
There is a possibility he might be
Good.
changing
So they're, everyone's on a 5 up now?
rhinos, though.
Shoot them over here.
Like,
No,
dump,
medic.
dump the melta guns out
Can
and
bring
put
a
the
dude back?
Repentia in.
A lady back?
already moved the Rhino right there. They had to get
Seems
him.
good.
Oh, you've been in a car crash? Let me help.
Maybe he'll go back and do that, but like from a legality perspective, not doing that at all.
Well, that's the...
Yeah.
So these 2 squads are going to get shot by a total of 8 meltas or 4? Total of 8.
There's going to be 4 each.
Yeah, okay.
I think
Like
Chuck
odds.
That's pretty well.
just doesn't know when to push and how to use his units. But
Here,
I have faith.
lob and stuff. This one's lob and stuff?
Yeah, he's in my bracket.
I can shoot him.
He's in my bracket, dude. Don't let me
I can't come
down.
in on my primary board edge until next turn, though, right?
Yeah, I can come in.
2 hours, make it
Primary board
3.
edge, though, isn't it? Say.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I'll double check. It's
Oh.
board edge and deployment zone. Hold on.
Let's find out.
This
'cause
is
that's-
important
Yeah, if I can't come in
Relevant.
over here at all, that is not...
because that's what my move was based on. So I may have screwed myself, which will that is fine. Okay. We are looking for
Can
strategic
go
reserves.
crazy far out of a Rhino and charge something, and secret. That's one of the reasons they're so strong. And Chuck couldn't have done anything about Luke.
Strike force mission objectives.
He just got shot by fire. So that's,
Where is strategic reserves in this thing?
that is what it is. But he's not capitalizing across the Rhino by being
Okay,
stuff to punish now that
so
shot the Rhino. Essentially, Noah got a free kill there
not
because
deployed as one only battle army strategy. Battle round 1, no strategic reserves. Battle round 2, set up wholly within 6 of any battlefield edge, not the enemy's
just
battlefield
cutting out.
edge,
Is that still
in the
happening
enemy's
to you,
deployment
Alex?
zone, or in the enemy's deployment zone. Number 3, set up wholly within 6 of any battlefield edge, not the
Can't come on
battle
this edge at all.
Yeah,
I can only come that tight corner.
yeah.
And I can't get your robots from that corner.
Okay. I operated under that assumption.
Thing is, do I want to blow this up?
one more turn,
Yeah,
he's gonna
Bring it.
be all too far behind.
Let me move this so proper. Are you at 36 or 24?
Oh, I'm measuring for 36.
Okay, this
Alex, you want that okay?
seems like you're just like the hair out.
Oh,
Can I hear you okay?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to get
It's still clipping
a
no.
series of benefits. So I think that's okay. It's not a great use of that squad.
Come shoot them. Party.
No.
Yeah, come trade a squad of, what do they call it? Subjugators? Dominators?
Repentia?
No, I was talking about the
Retreaters.
shooty dudes.
Yeah, this is a big turn for Chuck, and I'm pretty curious as to
Wait.
what he's going to get done.
Come trade a squad of retributors for a squad of dogs. It's great. It's a good idea.
I'm fairly certain that
Well, I've already shot at the dogs.
even just getting rid of those hounds is a good call right now.
I am gonna
Yeah.
probably make a
Take
real-
away the board control.
I think
I don't think
Gonna
it's
do
worth
what?
getting out of the Rhino.
Is everyone coming in?
so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Or anything else you can muster. This is where, again,
And this
having
is, okay. This is the
Yeah.
multi squad.
Four multi-multis.
Yeah, heavy bolter's pretty good.
Is that a multi-melta retributor outflanking unit?
I believe so.
Definitely uses the 2 cherubs, so looks like he's going for a kill
Four
onto that
multi-multis.
down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe he can see into the building and see the robots. I'm not sure if they are touching the
Can't come in
wall.
on this board edge at all.
Oh, I really want to though.
I know. I am aware. You can come in with your fly dudes.
Yeah,
That's probably what I'll do.
Yeah, especially if he happens to
But I
be at
really-
18 there.
What about now? Are you still paying attention?
Yeah.
Gets his +2 damage.
Yeah, I don't think that's 18.
I don't think it is either, but it is hard to tell from the top down.
I'm like quite
Is
castle.
there a spot back there?
I don't think so. So
I saw some movement
9.
yesterday out of the
9.
Swarm Lord and
9.
stuff. Where I'm like,
Yeah,
that.
just
There's
stand
no
outside
way
of
that
it.
was
9.
9 twice.
Only five we can do in a line.
All right, well, let's see. Dice. Up. Okay. So this person, this guy pushes you off.
Oh, then I'm done.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
And then this one pushes you off. So, yeah. It's
Ooh,
from
did Noah
here
leave
to
a hole?
there.
I think Noah's proving that he did not leave a hole.
Oh, gotcha. That's good. I don't want the game to be decided by Zephyr showing up, just
Oh, you want to come assault some robots?
dumpstering a bunch of tanks.
Yeah.
Pause for a second. Get back to
I have a fallback and shoot
priests. Oh, do you?
litany, or canonical, that I can switch to for 2
So
CP
at
at
some
any
point,
point.
you'll but never mind.
Are we in round 2?
Yeah.
I should have called mechanical.
Yeah, you should be fine.
I wouldn't assume that you were charging me, so I would just turn on. I think I'm just going to roll for this turn, just
Okay.
because. 3.
So it costs you 2 CP.
Yeah, the fallback and shoot
If I got
If,
it.
if,
Mechanical
I,
is
if I want to change it.
That's a lot of
crazy
things
strong
to
in
do.
this edition.
Yeah, it is.
3 is Chanter Remorseless Fist. All of my units are +1 strength. Oh no, reroll failed hit rolls in close combat.
And
So please come chop me.
addition.
So I've only selected cover.
Yeah, it went from pretty good to being like unique almost.
Yeah.
These two right here, they're doing a little deploying.
Mhm.
You know,
I would also be curious as to see if anyone ever runs like a single flyer in this list, simply for the movement.
Okay, great.
Uh,
So then what is that? The Fly Boys?
2 Crusaders.
yeah, just to mess with
okay.
They're
movement.
smaller, so
Actually,
they can see more trouble for you to keep me out.
Sure.
Play with Mech and Sisters.
Is this
I
about
like
32s now?
Mech.
Strange.
That read
They're just space
along
runners.
with that for most
With toughness 3.
single extra.
Hardly ever comes up.
Really
Mm.
I'm going to make it come up later.
Power armor's pretty cool. Alright.
But right now, people don't take the flyers. So just
Yeah. Yeah, -1 just doesn't protect flyers like it used to.
not with Miracle Dice. You know, I'll use the strat to reroll my number of shots. And then with Miracle Dice and modifying stuff to Triumph, you know you're getting hits, you know you're getting wounds, and you know your damage is going to be good.
Yeah.
Objective. Think I've given you enough entertainment?
Okay, very well.
Do that.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm better. I'm sorry, everybody. I sound better?
The White Scars
maybe.
player, which is normally what I am, every
The chat
fiber of my
hasn't said
being
anything
wants
negative
me to
about
just charge
your
across the
volume.
table
I
and
think
start
it might
punching.
just somehow be between you
It's
and
a
me.
bad idea right now.
But that's how you
Unless John, you're you, because his he logged in on his phone or something.
It's bad over here too for Nick. You might just disconnect and rejoin. See if that helps.
I can do that if you
Fly
want.
girls.
I'll be back.
And they're down on the bottom floor on this side. They got
on the bottom floor.
furnace pistols or something?
No, I got power swords.
Okay. And they're just, your intent is 9 inches from here? Or
You
no?
can hear me fine, Chuck?
I assume they're outside of mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, they're not charging. They're
Okay.
they're landing on that objective.
Okay.
And
Seems good.
Inside a. Oh, I need to put.
Oh, you want to hold more than one objective. I see. How greedy of you.
For the Emperor.
So you brought in retributors.
Brought in the squad of retributors.
Okay.
All right, let's
Welcome
shoot some.
back, Nick.
Yep.
I sound better now. Yay, Jifo.
Who shoot first?
This guy into them.
Okay.
They're 3 wounds each.
Yep.
All right.
With a 6-up imbol. And they're -1 to be hit.
All right. So force.
Outside of 12.
Well, that's fun.
Okay.
Heavy bolters.
I don't know what just
2
shot,
hits?
but Chuck is rolling bad.
You wound on 3s.
1 wound.
5 up? Oh, no, AP 1 or 2.
4. Oh,
Yeah, that didn't look like a very
What? Okay, you're good.
fun roll.
Got it.
No.
We're gonna do the same thing over here.
Okay. Also -1 to be hit outside of 12. Dose?
Oh, we roll ones.
Hey, that's good.
Probably should have used that last round too.
And this is doing work.
3.
3. All right, 3 6-up imbols. Fail all of them.
How many are in the squad?
There are 4.
First one. Dead.
Oh, 2, right? No, 4.
Yeah.
Roll 1 more. You
I
have a
think he's
3
debating
in
miracle dice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna kill one.
Up.
I don't mind that at all. If it's just a 3 wounder, it's a good use for
Yeah.
on a miracle
What?
die.
Yep. Yeah, just getting rid of a 3.
Yeah.
Fail.
Not
You
always
don't
the
want to
most.
roll 2 on that die, and you're never efficient for 3s anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, it feels horrible.
Yeah.
The funny part with this list
keep
is that
trying.
you use miracle dice so much that sometimes I've seen people get to the end of a game and go like, huh, still have 5 command points.
Yeah.
I did spin 1 good out of 10.
I definitely
Back to 11.
have fallen victim to that before. But sisters have amazing strats too, so once you get more... They're subtle though. You have to be comfortable with sisters to really use your strats well.
So I'm
Yeah.
down.
Absolutely.
Back to 11.
I mean, I'll be honest, as a GSC player that is constantly fighting for command points
Huh?
1 heavy bolter.
and watching
they-
sisters just
they
generate
didn't take
30
any-
command points a
I'll
turn,
fold
I
it.
get so mad.
I am going to shoot.
Or a game, I mean, not a turn.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't want to shoot the dogs?
Oh, you're put you back on.
Yeah, miracle dice are really, really strong mechanic. But sisters honestly aren't a good enough army without miracle dice.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
They
I'd
have
rather
good
you not.
units. They're
Yeah.
not great units. Miracle dice won't make them great units.
Keeping you.
Yeah.
Are you in 12 or out of 12?
Yeah, getting to guarantee your charges and stuff.
Guaranteed
Guarantee your
charges.
damage
completely-
rolls.
If it creates plays that we wouldn't be
so
able to do
regular
without
builds-
those plays, sisters wouldn't be good.
Yeah, and I.
Yeah.
Will do.
I think they'd be like
Okay, yeah.
middle of the pack
They'd
if
be
you didn't
okay.
have a miracle
Let's,
dice. They'd be okay.
Yeah,
They'd
the
be
multi-mult
okay.
dice.
Okay.
They, like you said, they still have
Three?
Yeah.
they still have powerful
Three.
strats.
Oh,
There's gonna sisters are
Cherubims?
always gonna be
Yeah,
holding
yeah.
shit back for
Okay, cool.
cherubs or miracle dice or whatever.
okay, cool.
Did
3
it?
hits. 2s.
2.
6 ups.
Oh, that
Make
was
one.
only 4 dice. All right. So kill him.
Kill a
Okay,
guy.
okay. I'm gonna roll the other 4 dice for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
multi-multis
sure.
because they've
I was
twice
wondering.
now.
I thought this was way too late.
Yes, I was too.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Why?
They're trying.
Wow. Fuckers rolling real bad.
Fail that one.
What do you got left there?
2 guys.
All right, so the last one's gonna shoot 1 time.
Chuck could use the strat here because he's within half range of the ponies to do the +2 damage.
Okay.
That'd put him at
Guarantee,
range.
guarantee your damage.
1. Yeah.
Guarantee you're gonna kill him.
Oh, he,
Pop him out of there.
You don't need to do that, but if you do that, then you don't have. Then you can be a lot
You can
more
share again, or you can only
precise
share
with
once
when
a
you
turn?
want
You
to
can share-
split
okay.
fire because you know you're gonna get away from the damage rolls.
Yeah.
2 hits.
okay.
Roll them 1
And then it would take less to say kill the Skorpius Disintegrator or Dunerider there.
He did.
Like you could, Chuck could have gone for a play if he used Miracle Dice properly, and that strat to have killed both the ponies and the tank there.
So you're on 2. I'm gonna be on 1. Okay. So
Yeah,
I'll
I
pick
think
up
right
5.
now he's
Hold on,
given
I'll pick you up.
reasonably high value to the cast.
So this is that. This is this kind of.
Yeah, he's
I killed a unit.
he's trading
Close to the
down
tree phase.
while watching.
Sure.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, those stupid puppies are good and do a lot of damage and are annoying to deal
Yeah,
with, but they're only like, what, 70
Little
points a
priority?
squad?
Yeah, you can't. They're annoying to deal with because you can't deal with them by throwing rush spears at them, and that's what Chuck is doing.
Yep.
And that's me.
Alright.
Start on 5.
I'm going to spend 2 CP, go to 9 to keep that dog.
Oh, right.
Because, I mean, I'll fail on a 5 or 6, but I really just want the dog.
Yeah, he's a lot of utility in one little dude.
And then on my
Man,
turn,
I
I'll
actually
go
really like
protect
the Ad Mech list. I thought it was hard countered. So if no one wins this, it's going to really mess my bracket up.
I'm going to set this here
Yes,
so I don't forget it,
agreed.
'cause I think I'm bringing it in.
Yeah, if you want to do well in that bracket, you kind of need a perfect first round.
Yeah, round 1 that goes sideways really screws you down because it cascades the rest of it.
No, it's the first round.
Yeah.
First turn. Yeah, I'm
Bottom of the round now.
Let me down, Chuck.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see if he can dig his way out. He still has Zephyr.
He's got stuff. It's all in the wrong positions. I feel like that ruin he's married to the ruin and he can't be.
Oh, do cherubs count for targeting?
Nope, they're not. They didn't boost.
Okay, great. That's probably relevant. Okay.
You should actually just put it here so you don't get confused with the profile.
It wouldn't even be a hard stretch for
All right, what
Chuck
else do you
to-
have in reserve still?
to the one
Water Repentia,
in the middle there, in the middle.
Crusaders.
Okay, so this
that
next turn,
one
you can
more.
come in on the
you
edge,
can turn
not the
around.
deployment zone. So
I'm
you come
coming
in
anywhere within 6 foot.
Yeah, just try and go for
on
that
turn
slow
one.
gain on primaries.
Yeah, and Chuck's probably not experienced enough with sisters to think of this, but you could use Miracle Dice on the advanced rolls of the
Turn on
Rhinos
3,
to
up
ensure.
fully within 6 of any battlefield edge,
Yes,
not the
make sure
enemy
you get
battlefield
there.
edge. So you can come in my deployment zone, but not within 6 of this edge.
I'm not going to
so you
hold
can come
that
in
one against like I've played a lot
That's
against
important.
sisters to figure that out. It's like what sometimes Miracle Dice, like obviously you want to save them for damage rolls and charge rolls, but sometimes they're better off using like that. That's not obvious.
Yeah, movement is important. I mean, that's why that 3d6 for Kraken is so huge.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably go in there.
That's actually one of the main reasons I like the new
I need to
simulacrum
get
change where
something,
it's just get free simulacrums in all the units.
survivable
Because now I don't
alternative.
feel like a doofus wasting my movement miracle
almost like
die
this guy.
on a random sister unit advance roll.
Where's mine? So I just go in up there. All right.
A doofus.
Then,
Love it.
You do feel like a doofus doing it, I promise.
Now,
so I think what we're gonna do.
is this a good play? No, it's
yeah,
not.
like, I don't know. I never like do those kinds of plays, wasting 6s on miracle dice, and I'm like, on something like that, I'm like confident in it. You
Get
know,
out 3.
I'm just being too cute. Like I gotta work on my self confidence on these sisters plays.
Yeah, you feel like you're wasting a great 6 on, like a
Like
cutesy play rather than being
Yeah.
like, check it out, here's
There are
flat 6
Not a
damage.
lot of shots come out of that.
Right,
4 melt.
Right. Like you gotta check yourself before you get too cute there.
There's not a lot of volume.
No.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to do stuff.
Things.
It's like 6s, unless you're
I'll
like,
do the things I know about it.
no, not me. You can't just roll 6s on a miracle dice like I'm in. Actually, I roll good miracle dice. Who am I talking? I'm streaky. I'll have like a game where I roll 2s and 3s and nothing but, and then I'll have a game where I'll like nothing but 5s and 6s.
And in those games, your
Those
opponent
games
is
are
just
easy.
angry.
Squad.
Yeah,
Those games are
I'm
not the
gonna-
hard one.
Cool.
I'm going to charge 11. I'm going to.
I'm gonna do that every turn.
Um,
Because like they're gonna generate enough just miracle dice where it's like on average they're gonna get a boxcar charge. Just
Yeah.
you roll like enough dice, you get a couple 6s. But like when you roll an abundance of 5s and 6s,
maybe
it's
5
like
for the
they can
primary.
go wherever they want, anytime they want. They don't have to think about it. It's no longer a choice.
yeah, Repentia advance 6. And
Well, it's like if I only have a couple 6s, it's like I get one advance in charge.
These guys come in, they'll get
You
me
know,
to
like for a 12 incher. Like when do I use it?
12.
If I have a million 6s, it's like there's no more decision there.
Yep.
Middle right there.
yeah, I guess these
12,
Repentia are just going to make a 24-inch move assault
advance,
shenanigans this turn.
Yeah, it's real casual. When you're a pen chicken, it was fast and shining spears. It feels good.
3. Okay, so we'll give him an advance.
Yeah, some angry bitches running across the board.
See from the front. Okay, let me see if that. Put it down in front of him.
Speed is definitely the name of the game in this edition.
Speed's always king.
See outside 6.
Let's see.
It's hard because
Right
like the
here?
movement phase
Is
is
this
the
dead
one
middle?
that people value the least because
Yeah, I
you're
think he's
not
still
killing
dead, so
crap in the movement phase,
doesn't
but it's
do me any
definitely
good.
most important.
Oh, absolutely. The movement phase is
Okay.
how you
Um,
bring all that power to bear.
so I guess
And the secret is
we'll
scolding you
go
for your profanity,
there.
Mr. McDukes.
Oh my goodness, I used the B
This
word.
is like gonna be like just like a lot of fives.
That's PG-13 still.
Don't talk about Leviathan. I still have
Let's take our
nightmares.
17 actually and go all the way this way.
Oh, is that the B word now?
Okay. And then
I'm so eager to get to
you can
write
mostly
Death Guard
stay
lists.
from getting out. You don't have anything with a large volume of fire coming in.
I just
from
hope
reserve soon?
that Death Guard lists don't become
My log
boring.
volume is bunch.
Okay. Cool.
Because there is definitely a possibility that the best
I might
Death
I
Guard
might
list
decide to five.
is a slow-moving, plodding, unkillable wall
Yeah, I
of
hope it's not
boredom.
that. I hope it's not that.
And then how far would he could come
All
over
right.
and probably get
What are we looking at here?
12? Yeah, he could see that.
Fuck is doing a whole bunch of
That's not
measurements.
worth it. So we'll just move these guys up.
Oh no. No, it's measurements.
nine.
Zero's movement phase. I gotcha.
Just go like that. Be patient.
There was like a lot of time. I guess Chuck was thinking. Or Noah was thinking. And not
Yeah.
doing.
This is pretty far.
They may have been discussing some
Corner.
logic
Where
and
can I
thought
find the
process.
bracket for this?
There you go.
Alex, do you know where you can find the bracket for this?
Okay. And then
Oh, yeah, I can probably post it
so I just need to be back there.
in there, actually.
Ah, excellent.
I have mine open right now.
Let's see. Move this one guy here.
All right, so
And this guy's
I wonder if this was a multi-step plan on Chuck's part. I'd be impressed. Because the Noah is bringing those Kastelan robots out and about up to the ruined wall with the windows so that he can obliterate these Repentia that outflanked. And that might open up plays for Chuck to retaliate with a 36-inch multi-mill strat. With that top immolator that I'm painting up there, it can get out 9 inches and shoot downtown. Now that they can see those robots, they might be able to just pick them all up like that if he uses Miracle Dice well. That might be what he's been saving the giant pile for.
Yeah. If this has all been a big bait, it's genius.
Yeah, no, if that pans out, I'd be all about it. I still think he needs to be a bit more aggressive on the bottom here. I can definitely see the line of thinking, if he goes for it.
These guys have done their thing. So they will get out of the way, I think. Let's come back here. No, they'll stay there. All right. Gonna shoot there. These guys pop the tail out so we can see this thing. All right. Vans, and now I think we're on to, this guy's still in here. We're on to this. There's 9.
I'm very interested in seeing how Death Guard lists work.
There's 9. Was that a
and
scoff
then
of indignation, or was that a
Let's
cough?
just stick off.
I read a
I
few of
forgot
them.
about that.
I read through the Death Guard book.
Sorry, those
Yeah.
characters in such a fashion to really push
I
you.
I didn't finish the list, but I am very eager to talk about it.
I
I'll
want
be
to
making
melt
it.
I want to melt a
Nice, I'll
this,
check that out.
that
Yeah.
freaking thing, but
I
I don't
got
think I
that
can get a
started.
12-inch melta on that thing. I don't think there's a way.
I've got the Goonhammer review open on my computer as well, actually.
Is this obscuring? Is that what this is? Okay, so there is a way if I can touch the thing, and I'm within 12, obviously. So if I touch this, boop, is that within 12?
Yes.
Okay,
Are you going to mind to meet?
I'm
Oh,
outside
that
9
termite drill's up.
of there, but inside 9 there. Okay, so I can still get guys out. So the question is, touching this, within 12, and then line of sight I have.
Outside of 12.
Okay. I need a dice off this thing. This is super
Yeah,
important,
Noah's making plays. It's going to be
and I would like to
Chuck responds into turn 3.
Yeah, I didn't realize the drill was outflanking. That's going to be
All
for
right,
much.
I have a little bit of wiggle room.
Okay,
Okay,
we can
I'm
still
in.
do that.
Well, that's all I need. All right,
Yeah, I believe the termite drill still just
many
does a
meltas?
regular deep
5?
strike.
5.
Yes.
So yeah, that's an interesting.
5, and then the
spot.
guy
That's
gets in
putting
charge.
a lot of pressure on Chuck.
And 2 heavy flamers.
That's actually hard to reach.
These guys are going to get out back here in your deployment zone. And do my scramblers. La la la. Apologies for not having a painted model.
Although,
And then
I believe that immolator right by that
the
ruin.
priests. I think we just leave
Those
the
systems
priests.
could just get out, walk
I
into
think
the
there's a
ruin.
reason because I'm gonna shoot a bunch of
So
shots,
they can
flamers,
punch the two
and then
down,
meltas.
and
There's
then
no
make a
reason to give you
simultaneous
another assault target, another shooting target.
Retributor play to kill the Kastelan robots, like I
Okay.
talked about earlier.
I'm done with my
That
move.
would be simultaneous.
I'm gonna go
I
into
could see
shooting.
that.
Things
Shot
I
back
know I'm
in
gonna do. I'm
Definitely.
gonna start here.
Yeah, that would
I'm
be a
going to
huge move.
do the
I hope Chuck
2
sees
heavy
that.
flamers here. I'm gonna do the 5 meltas there.
Load squad support, maybe
gonna
Mortarian.
be
Let's see
big.
play. I think Mortarian is an auto take. He is so freaking good. Maybe I haven't actually sat down and built that list, so maybe like 500
I just
points
need to
is
check that it
really
doesn't have
important.
Skitarii
I need to take
keyword,
more
'cause that
stuff in
will
the
be
death
big
squad
also.
list. But
If it
Mortarian
has
at
Skitarii
4
keyword, I can bump its ballistics.
and what he does is so good. I'm very excited.
Transport from vehicle faction, dedicated transport. Skitarii. Okay. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he's what, a
spend
3
The guys
plus?
inside there are the
4 plus.
punchy
3 up,
Punchy
4
punch.
up, 5 of feel no
In
pain,
there.
-1 damage.
All right. So
God.
I'm going to
He has,
spend. I believe
Absolutely
it's 2,
obliterates
but I'll
anything he
double check. It might only
touches.
be 1.
he
I'll do 2
has
right now, so I
a
don't waste
9-inch
time.
aura of -1
Spend 2
toughness.
to
I'm gonna run
pump his
the
ballistic skill
Demolish
by 1. So hit on 3s.
Rams. Got
And
a
we're gonna
9
shoot the 5
aura,
flamers there. I mean the 5 meltas there. So meltas first.
a
Get these dice out of the way.
3-inch aura of no auras. Take away
God.
obsecting
Glad I did
stuff or
that. 2 hits.
so you can't
Oh,
basically
we'll see if
reroll
you
hits
reroll 1. Go down to
things and your
7.
characters to give you that.
I would really like them to come out.
And then he's just Mortarian on top of that.
3.
Yeah, I mean, Mortarian we all
That was
know.
worth it.
3 AP4.
Yeah, his
And then- oh,
damage
wound.
profile is still just
Three.
as disgusting as ever.
Two.
Yeah. But he also has that reroll wounds aura
Feels
still
good.
too. That's his warlord trait as well. He's got 4 warlord traits.
4 up?
Yeah.
Nope.
And they're
D6?
all the good ones.
For 1.
Yes, he is
So,
pretty
3,
yucky.
right?
3. It's within 6 is the extra. 'cause
Oh,
it's,
right, because it's not a multi-multi.
so only 1.
Wait.
Oh,
I don't know if it's Return of the Smash Bros. I don't think Mortarion. I don't think Death Guard would want.
Still fail.
for 5.
So total of 6.
I don't know actually.
Seems-
Maybe
Down to 6.
not Return of the Smash Bros.
All right,
But
2 heavy
maybe
flames into here.
Death Guard would want
Total 6
allies.
shots.
I can see that, but I really like Plague Companies. I think Plague Companies are really good. And
5 wounds. If you want on the Repentia.
Was it Repentia? Not
Yeah.
the Priest? Okay.
That was all into the flamers.
So the Repentia are in.
Does, I guess, yeah, it matters if
Oh, sorry, 5 up.
Sure. 5 up, way different than a 4 up.
Yep. And these are all 1 damage?
it matters if Death Guard have any access to warp
Okay.
time.
they did not.
Yeah.
That's
So
why that's why I think Mortarion has completely shifted roles to being more of a
Come back
support
together?
piece and a countercharge
Sweet.
and deterrent. And they bombs.
because they're
Or
not
apart again?
I'm going to
uh,
shoot these
Adeptus Hereticus anymore, are they?
9 shots into these flag
They're
guys.
not. They're Hermeticus.
6.
Yeah. So he can't receive warp time anymore.
9.
Yeah.
Even if you were to put a warp time caster in your.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's interesting and good. I was not super
Threes.
thrilled about 24-inch move.
5.
I think, I think this is good. Make Mortarion better.
5
Make
no AP?
Mortarion.
That was cover.
Like,
Don't force Mortarion to be
Who's a duder?
activated by another 450 point.
yeah.
We'll lose this one.
He'll shoot his assault gun.
This will make Death Guard armies feel
Hits?
like Death Guard
Yeah,
armies
of
too.
course.
We'll just go.
Immortal.
But we should
and
probably
a-
bump
and
over the
2.
players
Where
again
we-
since
where we
Noah's got another
there.
bananas shooting
We're rolling
phase.
2 wins?
Yeah. No AP.
No AP. So I'm got nowhere else to use them after this turn. Or this round.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass 1, and there's 2 more.
Yep.
Good.
Okay. And then take Immortal. Okay. And then there, from the little spindly thing on the top. Okay. I'm going to put this one's 9 shots here. And this one's, well, actually, I shot 3 less shots. Do you mind if I shoot these?
Go for it.
I shot 9 instead of 12. 2. Yeah. They shouldn't matter. So,
You know what?
the 9 shots there.
Shooting here.
And then we'll put the
Nice.
indirect fire weapon into those guys. All right. So I think it's in. Let me double check. 36? Yeah, okay.
You've got the edge of the board.
Yeah, okay. So indirect, and then the direct missile is also going to go into them because it's the only thing I can see. So the indirect fire weapon, 1, 4, 5. 6 is proc extra hits, 1's reroll. 5. 2s. I don't know what that one is. Okay, 3 wounds.
3 wounds. AP.
AP 1.
1. So
2
got
damage.
3 up. Good to go.
Okay. And then D6 shots for the missile. 1. Hits. Wounds. AP 2.
AP 2. So I'll go to my 4 pinball and should I?
Doesn't matter. And then the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 is proc extra hits. Like that. So everything hits. And 3s. You've got 6 more.
6 more.
Yeah, no cover. I mean, no save.
No invul. No,
No
AP.
invul, yeah, no AP. No save. Okay. Shot. These guys need to shoot. This needs to shoot. Okay. Same deal. Everything but the indirect fire weapon there. Indirect fire weapon over there. Okay. 3, 6, 9. No 1s or 6s. Oh, there's a 6. Boop. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more, no AP.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Getting lucky. No. Going down.
All right. And then
It's the second time you've squeaked my dudes off an objective.
that's what I like to do.
Yeah, indirect.
Oh yeah, indirect. Sorry. 3d3.
I want to see
1,
what
2,
these robots.
4.
Maybe they're not touching the wall. And no one decided
reroll
to
ones.
hit. Right.
3,
But he's got to end those retributors.
2,
You
3
can't let
wounds.
them
That's winning on 2s.
No, those retributors have got to go down.
Cover.
Oh. All right, cool. Whatever, man. All right, these guys.
All those guns.
These will put 9 shots into those ones as well.
The value towards it.
Yeah, 3.
You gotta trade out at some point.
2, 3. Okay, 6, and 3s.
Oof, this brush is
1,
getting
2, 3,
weak.
4. 4 more wounds. No AP.
Yep.
That one.
Cool.
It's the first time it matters, but I am not going to pull. What's this say?
No, it's just hiding right now.
Yeah, I'm paying attention to the game still, but
Oh, yeah.
I have shot all
keeps
my
my hands
shooting.
busy, especially when
I'm
they're
going
doing
to do
this,
my
where's the
assessment.
shooting phase, and
Right.
it's more important what the players are doing.
Okay. So I'm outside 9, and then so I'm outside. I need 9 to get to him, and I need
Nothing being
like
able
a.
to do anything.
10.
Those are retributors at the top there, unless we're
I
talking
think
about the
I
Repentia
just
at the
do.
bottom.
Can they heroically
Repentia at the
intervene or
bottom have
anything?
kind of blown up before.
And what strength are they? 6.
Either
And they
Chuck
can't pull back
was
and
in
charge.
range to do anything with them, or he
CP.
decided not to do anything.
When they charge, are they
with
still
them.
strength 6, or they go to strength 8?
It's always 6.
They're probably going to
Okay,
go
so
down
you're
to
always going to be wounding me on 5s, and then you can +1 to wound to go to 4s. And it's AP 2?
Yep.
And it's 2 damage.
Chuck
each?
is not good use of his
Okay,
resources
let's get
here. He's
comfortable
not
with
getting enough return on investment. He needs to trade
I
way
think
better.
we're going to declare
Bill's getting too
him
aggressive.
into
Chuck is
just the
actually
mission.
All right.
He's got to do it. Turn.
Yeah, I think we're going to do that. No. No.
That is a no.
No, it's not happening.
I'm here to protect my Skitarii friends. You just looked up on Skitarii.
Okay, so I've deployed. I'm in
3.
3 at least, yeah.
No, this one's, is he in?
He was supposed to be. I could have gone a little further forward, but yeah, just barely, looks
All right,
like.
Cool.
Like literally cuts just on the edge of the, like,
Perfect. So you get 3 for engage.
well, I would get, oh yeah, I'm not over there. You're right, I'm done.
Yeah, it looks like those
Yeah.
You got
retributors up top lived.
Backfield over there.
Well, I think I only got 2 points for engage. 1, 2, 3. I'm not he's not.
Chuck's got the
over there.
duel.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right.
I only get 2.
Looks like the Repentia survives as well. I
I
wonder
got my
why.
deploy and I
You
got
got that
my,
priority objective. So
uh-huh.
Shot it. It looks like maybe he shot that image.
Yeah, you're done.
Wound marker on it.
So you pick up 5?
I start on 5.
This
Very
seems like a trend.
unexpected
Okay.
play from Noah. I think that is the swing that Chuck needed to happen.
There's a possibility that
That's not fine.
that one unit of retributors came out behind that little L, and the robots can't see them. So he figures if he pushes out and takes the one 5-man away, that the other 5-man just turns around and scoops up the robots.
Do I have a morale for you?
Oh yeah,
the
that'd be
case.
sweet. How many repention did
Two
you?
Just-
Repentia.
Then I would still have put the Skorpius Disintegrators into the Repentia, or the Retributors, then, not the. Or,
I killed
I
the
mean,
other
there's
one.
All of
Repentia
that doesn't
in the
matter, but I
room,
get to roll,
right?
'cause if I roll 1, I get
And there's multi-multi Retributors.
6 should be an auto fail.
With you, maybe the robots don't want to sneak up, but
Yeah.
what did the rest
Alright,
of the army do?
Do you get a miracle dice from me killing this one?
No, only the gray plastic
Yeah, this looked
Okay.
again like a
ability.
bit much of a
Sounds good.
take the board,
Alright.
play the mission, or as opposed to a
Seven?
kind of like a decisive
There are
strike
7
that I
jump
think
choppy
Noah
mans
could
in there.
probably have pulled off.
Likes 7
Yeah,
choppy.
I think
And it's
I
toughness
think
8,
Noah and
14
Chuck
wins.
are just like, you can take the game. No, you can take the game. And they just keep passing it back and forth.
How are we doing on time?
Yeah, I definitely think this is
So we still have an hour and a half.
Just don't use that 5 I put on 3.
So we're moving along pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
inexperienced jitters,
What is the
not
current-
knowing just how
What is the current score?
strong these armies can be, like just what they can hammer out, and they're both playing very cautious into each other.
These guys shoot 36.
They do.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
I've never played in Ad Mech, but I've played against Ad Mech, and I've had them just pick my army up. So
Probably gonna get
Oh,
the-
hello.
so- Thanks.
You have something to say about this, huh?
This is
Happening,
our
right?
space.
This is a safe space.
score update? Yeah, I believe they're doing a score update right now.
I think I'm
Chuck is about to blow up that drill with multi Retributors, and it makes me so happy. Now, if he sets up the double kill with the Repentia, now we're in business.
Yeah, now that's some.
I need
Yeah,
to-
some
see if I
business.
Get a CP back.
I want
You got
to.
the miracle dice to stop me doing emergency disembark from Electro-Priests. Like this could be a done deal right here. And Chuck close it. There are no dice rolls necessary. This is 1-2. I know I'm dealing with this.
Yeah, yeah. Ugh, Miracle Dice, so good.
So you can see them. Great.
Chuck's definitely got to start pushing it.
there's
Both
only
of
one
them
CP,
have to
so
start
I'm
pushing to
I'm
the
at it.
middle.
Oh, yeah.
No, the emulator there went the
It's one
wrong
CP,
direction.
and then if you have a
Yeah,
Wait, Chuck, how are you
+2 to your ballistic
getting
on this
back more into the corner here?
yeah. Dump your stuff out and roll a 5 on the advance and put that emulator dead center of the board.
We each have 10.
No,
Or
I
we each have.
have 15. I have a 10 and a 5.
The cat has decided I'm no longer painting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
We've each gotten 5.
No, I got 10.
You got 10 one turn?
Yeah. So I held here and here. So I got 10 on turn.
Are we only scoring? We've only scored twice.
Yeah, on
Oh,
turn 2.
did I get 10 once, or did I only get 5?
You got 5.
Okay, so you're 5 ahead.
I'm ahead. Yeah. This guy can come out here and shoot over there. What could possibly go wrong? All right.
Oh, I saw him debate it.
Make sure everybody can see this fine. Yeah.
Moving to that center objective.
Hey guys, that's the.
Do
I
it.
just updated the
Take the
scores
board.
for first 2 rounds. Chuck starting his 3rd.
Are those mortifiers just hanging out? I want them to do something cool.
Does he have mortifiers in this list?
I don't know. I'm
So
going
you
to pull it
picked
up.
5 and 10, and then I should pick up and 5 and
Okay,
10,
I've got
or 5 and 10 period.
No, there are no mortifiers.
We've only scored
I
primary
think
2
that's
turns.
Junith and the Hospitalier.
This is the start of 3.
Mm,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
If you don't want to count
Top
that.
down on the dreadnought bases or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the primary score right now?
10 me, 5 you. Oh, just the primary.
Man, there is just so much stuff
Okay.
in these lists that make me
And
so
18,
angry as a
13?
GSC player.
Oh, 10-5. Okay.
I have a
I get it.
missionary. It's 45 points and it's +1 attack.
You currently have 10 total, is what you were saying.
Yes.
Okay, all right. And I have 5 currently, and I'm going to get 5 at the end of my turn.
Can you explain to me
Fine, turn 2.
why a
Turn
cannon
2, I
S
got
is
10
50
points.
points?
1, 2.
Oh,
You got 1. You got 5.
I have
Wait,
a faction
what?
two
Where
where
it went up.
yeah, but now
Really?
it's your turn again.
Correct. We didn't have that.
Oh, yeah.
We do it at the.
That means they get fun toys.
It doesn't get weird.
That's actually a pretty good answer.
Otherwise, it looks like somebody jumped ahead when that's not really. Not how it goes.
I had a Canoness step into one of my monsters in a game, and the Canoness dealt me like 12 wounds.
I'm not like that's not even crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like
I was like,
This turn,
like
we're
makes
gonna
Smash
do reroll.
yeah. And then I was looking at the rules. I'm like, okay, why is
how is this happening? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's like a relic and a warlord trait and the correct.
I got a 5 and a 1.
Yeah, it's a warlord trait or relic, and then like you can combine it with your sacred right for exploding 6s, and then you're just like this monstrosity.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, hey.
The crazy thing is too is you can get it in Warlord, so it's like completely immune to the psychic phase. That you cannot be affected by psychic powers, kind of like Alexa's status. So against like a chaos army, you send her in there, she kills whatever she kills. Your opponent has to kill her in close combat probably because you can't smite her to death and chaos doesn't shoot. And then she resurrects, and they have to do it again the hard way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. Like, I understand they're not like incredible, but they still have a reroll 1 aura. And 50 points? 50 points is free, man. 50 points for HQ joints.
Chuck is doing it though. Chuck is sending the Repentia the way of the drill. Now, the Repentia should definitely be dead to the Skorpius that didn't shoot him last turn, but Chuck is capitalizing. Chuck is making me proud right now.
Yeah.
We could even revive one with the Hospitalier.
Oh, baby.
He's doing it. He's gonna revive one with the Hospitalier. That'll make them a 6 girls though, and make them vulnerable to blast and coherency. But I think it's worth it. I'm sure awesome.
I'll probably lose 1 in combat anyway.
Yeah. Well, honestly, this is the kind of fight you don't walk away from. It's
Yeah.
but, yeah.
Yeah, the jazz hands are right behind it, so.
Never underestimate 12 inches.
Yeah, I just look at a Canoness for 50 points, and then I look at like a GSC Primus for 85, and I'm so confused.
Yeah, no, there's nothing defensible about what you can do for Canoness, but what keeps her in check is that she's one model that moves 6 inches, so
Yes.
it doesn't fly. So she can be as egregious as she wants. She doesn't get that much done during a game.
Yeah,
Not to
her
say
lack
she's
of-
not making it, but like she's not following the army.
It's about how you use her. I mean, it's about how you use every unit, really.
She's a scalpel. She's very solitaire-esque or like super troop master-esque.
Mhm.
Many
Yep.
times, but somehow these triangle deployment zones set me all sorts of
Like anyone who's played against Harlequins can tell you how powerful those crazy characters can be. But it's all about the application.
pension.
But those are easy units to misplay.
Yeah, when do you trade?
Or do you trade? Like, how do you take with them? That's the hard part. Because, like, when solitaires and troop masters get crazy scary is when they do more than 1 turn of damage.
Yes.
Not really relevant.
Candace is the same way. When she just bites, oh my god. I've had her actually solo like 3 units, but that's because my opponent allowed it.
Okay, that's critical.
Yep.
Let's see where she is.
Always got
She's
everything in
easy
that.
to disrespect, though. She's easy to be like, you're low profile, you're just a character amongst all these sisters that kind of look the same. She's a very easy to disrespect lady. She does not like being disrespected.
Yeah, she doesn't look that much bigger than everything else. She's not Celestine.
No, she's like just.
We're in
I mean,
4 or
she's
3. I'm so
so
confused.
different. Has a cape, big sword.
Okay.
She is obviously
So-
different.
All
She
right,
doesn't
so you
look-
scored 10
yeah.
points, and then you scored 5
She
points.
gets like sword
Okay,
born.
all right, that's why I thought you scored 20.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she's about to rip your Terminator squad in half.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
wondering how far behind I actually was, but I'm only 5
You're
feet.
1 tick behind.
Yeah, okay.
How many shots?
Yeah,
did you
nice
make?
tight game here.
9.
9 shots.
And if I spend 1 CP and never move them again, it's 18 a model.
Yeah. Well, I would be satisfied with you
Oh, if
never moving again. If you
I mean, Noah's just
I
giving
don't think that's
Chuck
good.
information, but he would never pull the trigger on stationary where those robots are right now.
No, that would be such a play.
punch profile?
Strength 6.
I'm
No, if
never
you-
going to move.
like three-
and
2 or
never
3
see
times.
anything ever again.
Yeah. I'm just going to end their game right now. Let me take a quarter of my army and throw it in the trash.
2, 6. Sure. And your fallback in charge thing you said. cost
Damn,
6
if it's-
CP.
I'm gonna. Normally it's a
Or
canonical,
robot.
but I can
Wow.
turn 2 CP
Flip to it.
to flip to it anytime I want. Yeah.
Well, I can just kill that thing. Well, I can just save it.
It's how you want to trade. This is 3 though, right? This is 3?
This is 3. I have to bring them in.
Looks like Chuck's just discussing where he's going to bring in his final reserves, which can be a stressful situation if you don't think you have the
Repentant?
room.
Bring it.
I know I've definitely had some
More
GSC
repent
turns
out
where I've
blinking.
panicked.
Interesting play here. Chuck is going for Repentia into the robots, and it looks like maybe one robot will be able to overwatch them.
Ooh, I like that.
That is a move. Chuck has got a long con going. I think he still needs to be way more aggressive. He is at least making plays.
Yeah, and if he's got the miracle dice, that's
That is an
not
accurate statement.
a failable charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both also going to end up in a much lower scoring game than what I initially predicted, and I'm sad about it.
Yes, it's not enough that Chuck wins
it's not
and
the
saves your
easy
bracket. It's that they got
There's a
exactly the
vehicle
points.
Oh, right,
on
yeah.
the edge of that thing.
9 inches.
Yeah, 9 inches of distance.
Way over here. Okay. What's the start range on these? 6,
I can get out 3,
9.
move
You-
6.
you
then
have the
then
mindset of a
charge,
competitive
and it'll be
person,
plus
Nick.
1 to the distance
It
from here.
shows.
So, average, like,
There's a. Have
19,
you ever played the
something.
Game of Thrones board game?
No, I haven't. I want to, though. That sounds fun.
It's quite good, and it's quite. There's a lot of like bait. Like you get everyone does what they're going to do on the turn in secret. I think if you, me, Colin, John played that game, it would be the most ruthless game ever. Like 4 people that are very competitive.
We'll play party games with. It is
You can
dangerous.
go
that we
down
live
right
together.
there.
Yeah.
Basically,
Here. Am I reaching?
Oh.
Am I reaching your?
Any game with
this would
us
be
would be
reaching.
like that.
Yeah. Just very competitive people. They're
Oh,
very
poor you.
strategically
Life
minded
is hard.
playing any of those kind of games. It could be a good time.
Yeah, that one little dude's causing some problems.
He does that.
It's like a little job.
It's almost like that's what he's supposed to do.
It's really interesting to see what Chuck's going to go here. A lot of Repentia coming in to play.
Yeah, this is a turn right here.
But Chuck's going to have issues with Miracle Dice. Like,
That's all the things on the table.
Sisters can only spend so many in turn.
So
Repentia
everything
don't
that's
have-
on the table is on the table and a transport.
Yeah, I think he's got to
Well,
save.
this
And a
is
transport, and all the transports over here.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. It's just like to go for guaranteed plays,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
it is a challenge. You can only do so much in any
Breathe
given
size of
turn.
relief.
Yeah,
Now I
it
can
looks
do
like he's got a 5 and a 4.
I'll get a guy back.
So we're saving those for the charge.
Oh, hospital's in there.
Yeah,
Very well.
it's just like
You haven't seen hospital work
on
done
that
from,
flank with the drill.
behind a wall
If,
before?
I
no,
actually
it's
have.
usually-
Okay.
I was in the Marine Corps,
All right.
like in an active combat zone.
I will flame
Fire
those
charge,
guys.
Air charge
The
is a
little
fire
guys.
charge.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's 9-girl right here in the cratery forest swampy thing. I don't know what that is, but
Yeah,
if
6
that's
up.
minus 2 to charge, that's
Hey,
going to
make
be a
one.
very far
Two
charge to anything. Chuck is setting himself up for a lot of miracle dice and not
Here,
many
shoot this squad. The multi-multis will go into the vehicle, and the bolt guns will go into the dudes.
Yeah.
Bolt guns are at long range, so 2 shots.
This may again be another inexperience with sisters. Where you think I can do whatever I want. I have miracle dice. There are actually.
Next one. Okay.
And the one guy.
Looks like
Alright,
the
and the multi-multis. Let's start by shooting 3 of them.
Electro-Priests are disappearing.
Are you
Yep.
inside 12 or outside 12?
Where are the Electro-Priests?
I have inside 12. Thank you for calling that out.
What was
I
that?
did it. I'm inside
Where
12.
are
with 2 of them.
Okay.
The ones that were sitting right
those
by
two
the
Sure. I think the
termite drill.
unit, if the unit inside
they-
12, you ignore the -1 on me. So just go ahead and
Oh, I see.
yeah. But the damage does matter to them.
Oh, maybe Chuck is just trying to kill the drill with a Repentia
That one's a miss.
Okay.
and then
No
kill
reroll
the
there.
Electro-Priest.
Force?
and multi-
I'm gonna do
Aren't there Electro-Priests in the drill?
One.
One gets in.
I think he got them
It just
out.
pops right there.
Right.
I would explain why they're
No, they're
next
in
to
there.
the drill.
So one
Does
gets
not
in, the
make
other one
sense
failed,
from
so they rolled a 1. Oh, I should
your
reroll
standpoint.
for what's her face?
Yeah, you gotta watch those
For
secondary and tertiary
Right.
cameras. They're giving us a lot of information too.
Yeah.
Total 3. All right. Drill is at 11 wounds.
Right. So the other ones are just regular damage.
Okay.
Roll the 1. Oh, I guess this is the best place to use the cherubs. So first one, I'll use the first cherub.
Okay.
No, don't do it, Chuck. Don't use miracle
Did you do that
dice.
first?
Save that 5 and
Nothing? And then the last trip.
This is what I mean, though. Chuck's army doesn't have the miracle dice pool like a proper build Sisters
Oh my
list
God,
right
yes.
now. That
Okay.
Yeah, where you'd have like 11 of them up
you
there.
have like 11 miracle dice and ways to spend multiple in a turn or in a
Three?
phase.
That's helpful.
Twos. Or fours.
Force. How much wounds you got left on him?
11.
Yeah, Panda
One.
Secret. He did use the transition twice.
goes
on
three.
miracle.
Okay.
I'm sure the temptation is there. The worse and worse the damage rolls get.
Okay. All right. So he has 6 wounds left.
6 wounds left on the drill. Not too bad. The repention should be able to knock that out, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody inside.
We'll put the heavy bolter in the dude, and the smoke bolters up top. Multi-bolters. Rear ones.
Chuck does have to be mindful
This
of
one's outside of 12?
Yep.
Okay, so you're also negative 1 to hit.
really paper, and anything interrupting will beat up a number of them.
Force.
Mhm.
One. Just go straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the termite drill hits quite hard.
But it actually only has 3 attacks.
1 wound left.
So
Yes, those attacks are crushing damage, but who cares? They'll really kill that Repentia.
3 hits.
right, so that's not the worst place to get interrupted, actually, especially because those Repentia are probably out of the game from that point.
He did.
You're in the middle
Yeah, they're
of
gonna have to slowly walk their ass back to an objective,
Yep.
or just get
probably
shot to death.
like interrupt from the drill actually in that spot.
Bolters. Rerolls. -1.
And I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
sure
right.
how it's
Force.
maybe it's getting even crappier in combat.
Rear ones.
What gives him reroll 1?
The cherubs themselves, this is something that I'm not
Yeah, to hit any.
aware
Oh,
of because I
God.
don't think I've ever had it used against
It's
me.
almost like she's a space nerd.
Are you allowed to wait
What's this-
with the
what's that now?
cherubs?
Heavy bolter.
Like fire and then trigger the cherubs?
Fire unit, and like you have to do it that way. You fire the unit, then you trigger
How many wounds you
cherubs.
left? 1.
1.
Okay,
And you're
so you can kind of
8.
wait to see if you were
You
successful or
can,
not.
3.
you can actually
First 2 heavy bolter shots.
forget what the
It is.
wording in the sister is, but it might be that you can blow up the transport that shoot the guys inside. Not entirely
Got a
sure.
CP reroll coming on.
Good God.
Do you have any more shooting from?
Oh my
Heavy
gosh.
bolter shot off this guy.
I can tell I'm dealing with codexes that are years
He
old.
did.
Yeah.
All right.
Does he blow up? Oh, I can auto blow up.
Oh, that seems good.
There's a hospitaler, a priest.
Oh, don't worry about a
Repentia,
pen. I got
but I'll
the
also hit my
codex
own.
in front of me as well.
For D3, I have a 5-0 feel no pain. I kill 2 Repentia. How many wounds does this guy
I
have?
actually don't know. So whoever looks it up, let me
You'll
know.
probably kill him. How many wounds are hospitaler have?
Actually, I'm going to check both of those
Okay.
because I think I'm not 100%.
How excited are you for the Dark Eldar Codex?
Oh, that's another one. It's like
I am super excited about that because that is, to me,
Okay.
more interesting than all the rest because it will be the first glass cannon codex of 9th edition.
Okay, I'm going to auto blow that.
that's true. Actually, that's true.
Okay.
The first super
so,
movement
blows
based
up, so I'm gonna do
codex.
that.
Everything else
I
has
was
been
really
rings,
interested in Death Guard and
Necrons.
Dark Guard. Yeah, because Death Guard is
Yeah,
the first.
one CB. No, I can't do that. That's
now
only
I
on
know.
these. That's only on those transfers.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
So
Yeah.
No
you get a
casualties
lot
getting
of
on a drill.
information.
Seems good.
see what they do with Dark Eldar, because there's a lot of strats in Eldar and Dark Eldar and design philosophies that just carry over. So we'll gain a lot of information about regular Eldar and Harlequins too.
Yeah, I hope they even out the cults and
Well,
obsessions
yeah,
and
let's
stuff
do it.
too, because some of them are just so clearly better than the others.
They've definitely been doing a better job at that.
So
with
just
the
as long as
codexes,
I'm-
but they do
Yes,
tend to
internal
slack on-
balance.
Hopefully they don't slack on
That's too
those.
far.
Do you want one better AP in combat or 4+ invulnerable save for your entire army?
And get rid of the life counter.
Do you want to have 6 of Field Pain on your army and an amazing strap,
Okay.
or you can
Have
have a
fun.
slightly better?
D3 on your Repentia. 1?
The missionary has
Also
3
the
grenades.
best.
Oh,
Seems like you want to make sure you're not within 6 of him.
okay. Yeah, I think.
Oh, so there were people in the
There we
drill.
Okay.
It
Okay,
looks
one
like
mortal on the Repentia.
drill before charging
One,
into Pentra.
3 mortals on the priest.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then the hospitaler. 1 mortal on the hospitaler.
But the drill exploded and took one out with them.
That's a big deal.
And then
Oh, and
bubbles.
now they're better to be charged by the Repentia anyway.
Yeah, no, they're done. I don't know what's in there. Must be Electro-Priest. Yeah, it looks like the 9-man Electro-Priest turned into an 8-man. and are about to get charged by 5 for punch.
Meltus. Half
Fire
range.
Like, is
Pension
that-
might not kill the drills.
Fire 3 of them.
There's no mission. It probably does.
And we'll
But 5 minerals count.
Okay, into this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
trust
5 plus
They all have line of sight?
5 up invulnerable saves are weird. Well, the Repenter are multi-damage too, right?
There are multi-damage. The Feel No Pain really shouldn't matter, but, you know,
Yeah, sometimes it does.
one does.
It depends on if they're Gym Vessel Plague Bearers.
Right.
AP4, right? Straight through.
You get 6 ups, right?
No, it's AP4, right?
Yeah.
Nothing. So take 6.
No, 10.
Okay, so
This has been an exciting
one
turn.
remaining or dead.
Task. Chuck is making some big plays here. I wish he was just getting a bit more aggressive with these vehicles. They can really bully the middle objectives.
Yeah, do some move blocking,
All right, sure.
I
pull
guess the
firepower
one-
away from his troops. You know, you
The
jam
one
2
from
Outlanders into the
Macdougall-
middle of the board.
One came back to help shoot multi-meltas into the drill, which worked out for Chuck, so I
What?
can't be too mad about that.
Yep.
But
That's
the
how your
one
meltas
stuff
goes?
And I CP'd already, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we always killing things to 1, guys?
They're not.
I'm gonna set up 2 guys with bolt pistols.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Leopards,
Bring
I
it.
think the TIA sound in the English language is often
You're not moving
pronounced
fast.
as
I need to pee.
show or
You remember that guy?
show.
Well,
You don't know why,
hurry up.
3 up.
but that's how people be talking.
I need 5s. 1. BP1, because I'm Bloody Rose.
4 up.
I have
Fail it.
no clue.
And then
1 damage.
Check.
you're outside 12
Unfortunately,
or inside? You're inside 12. Okay. 1 damage.
much.
He's at 1.
that's that we're all seeing.
That's precisely how I wanted it to be. 11. Right here.
You spend very little CP in this army.
In this matchup, yes. I generally run out. This is weird.
Yeah, me too. I mean, just
Being
like,
very reserved. I sort of wish I had a way to get some, get a little advantage with it, but. Alright, I think it's just the charges.
sounds good.
Let's start.
So it's like we're going to charges.
Start over here.
Yep.
I will CP to charge, even though I used that advance.
Okay.
It's
And
So
roll
it's-
it.
just gonna roll it. I think that's a charge, a low charge at the bottom there. Same here. Same here. Rolled a 10 because that could have been useful somewhere else, but
Come on in.
I definitely agree with rolling that instead of using miracle dice. You need miracle dice in other places.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I go over here.
Yeah, do it first. See if you need to use a command point to reroll the charge anyway.
No, you can't use. You have to use the miracle dice before you use the command point. So that's the one thing.
That's what I mean though.
What am I
Using
doing
it
this
on
other charge over
the
here?
easy charge.
I just don't know if you had
Like
any
sometimes-
responses that you might want to
Sometimes
Oh,
crazy stuff
overlocking.
happens.
What
You're like,
kind
oh,
of
I rolled
draw
like a
was the
2.
kind
Damn
of
it. Okay,
draw
let's.
inside?
stay here.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
really
good?
want
I
to
can
see what
see.
happens.
9 shots, hit once, kill a Revenja. Not worth it. Do your thing.
Oh, look, I rolled an
Choose
11.
not.
Okay.
And Chuck rolled an 11.
You gonna
I
use
like it.
2
I think
dice?
that was
Yeah. I can modify a dice roll, no matter how many dice are in it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
all right. That's going to be a huge momentum swing. But Chuck needs to
Is that
be
AP1 or 2?
eliminating firepower, putting himself in a lot of threat.
Strength
Chuck
6.
is also-
Damage 1. Damage 2? Damage 2.
Damage 2.
Very cool. Seems good.
But this is definitely a step in the
Heard,
right direction.
Some people say they
for
think
the
this is-
system.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if I'm convinced yet by the way that they destroyed
He's
it.
going to be a bit vulnerable to the Overwatch.
Yeah, whatever.
The intro now, because the Electro Priest will certainly obliterate the Repentia, so you have to start there. Which means the robots, I don't know how good the robots kick, but that could
Not
be
really great. I think they're 3 attacks and weapon
Yeah,
skill 4.
I know.
It's not about any strategic thing. I just
I understand. That's why he's there.
All right.
No AP.
Well, I'm gonna have to start over here.
It doesn't matter.
5 of them.
I know.
You have not deployed scramblers in the middle yet?
Yeah, I deployed scrummers in the middle. Turn with
So
these,
so you have not
Thing.
deployed it
and
in.
I'm deploying now here.
Okay, and you haven't deployed in yours.
I deployed first turn here.
Oh, so we're on 3 turn. You're
I'm
done.
good.
You're good. Okay.
So they're going to be 15 attacks
Which one are you doing first? Him?
here. Yeah. Because they're going to be 20
Yep.
because they've got the missionary as well.
Okay.
I am going to be greedy. Oh no, I don't need the +1 because you're T3.
Yeah, you're hitting on Uno too.
Yep. Here we go. 4s. When I try to explode my 6s, stop me.
Gotta have that
So
good
I did that other
positioning.
crap.
Actually, they're not your objectives. I can only get to 3
You're
ups.
hitting on 4s?
throw
With
3
no
up.
rerolls?
So
Full rerolls. That was
And wounds or no?
No, just 2 to wound.
Okay. 2s to wound. How many we got?
5, 10, 14.
Okay, so first I have 14 5-up saves. 7, 8, 9,
Yep, that's some
11,
good rolling right
12,
there.
13, 14. 14 5-up saves. I'll make
I mean, it wasn't really. It was normally. It was actually just regular rolling.
5.
now
And then
the
these are, 2 each.
attack
Yeah, so you can just do
Actually, yeah.
roll.
Oh yeah, and then
roll the 5s.
6s, and then wounding on 2s would be like
we'll make 4.
he actually rolled bad, but
I don't think it matters.
And we'll make 1. So it was 9, 8. There's 7 guys. You kill the squad.
yep.
Got him.
So that's what repent should do. And now they're
Yeah, that's like back in the day when you put aberrants into things,
I
and
think
you're
it
like, do we
actually
even need to roll
is.
this?
So I think I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to.
You can probably just pick up your.
Is there a
Units.
force-up invul
MSU Elbar
and
stuff.
toughness 3?
Like I had 5 men
Yeah,
and then
kill
your
a couple
squad's
of them
getting
might make the difference.
Weapon skill 4, strength 6, and they have 3 attacks each. Yeah, let's do it. It also keeps you from pushing me too far in. Within a half an inch. Okay,
He is going for the interrupt. I agree with that play.
Do you want to base?
Honestly,
Yeah.
well, I don't know how many points it has, but I would have considered
Okay, so everyone should be able to swing.
Alright.
And then I'll get 12 attacks.
Pentra in total
5,
before the attack. This you've suddenly won this combat,
7, 8, 9,
or at least they're not going to wipe your unit, which gives you time to deal with it.
force.
Yeah, at this point for Chuck, I mean, all he needs is 1 to survive,
That was not a force.
and just hold those robots
And then
there
two.
so that they can't shoot
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
the.
but I think
Yeah,
Chuck,
2.
you
yeah,
can
the
kill
one.
this.
No.
So, 6s,
No,
and wounds.
so that only
Ah,
Lose 2?
Not
Or
for
feeling
and
pain.
5 ups.
I was
What?
going to lose the squad.
Well, that is,
I don't know if
Yeah.
that was worth it.
that's pretty lucky.
I think no, it should have spent the
There's 8 of them.
for
Okay.
launch and interrupt.
Charged. And they're 2 base.
Uh,
They go to 3.
Like a pump and survive and then shoot them
Yep.
up this turn.
20.
Yeah, it's always weird. It's that
And
like,
spend the CP.
God, this sure is expensive
They're winning on
wise, but like,
force?
it might just pull the game out for you.
And how many dice
Right.
total?
3d6?
Sometimes it is you are 3 CP to keep your 500 point investment around.
That's how many attacks they get? 24?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they get 2 each. I
Yeah.
get +1 for
I was just wondering if that was the first 24.
Oh, no. No.
And the hitting on force?
Like our skill crazy, right? Like 9 Repentia just kills whatever it wants. And that, but like 6 Repentia don't.
Yeah,
Venture into it.
They're not hard to kill
Alright,
like 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just 6 up invulns and feel pain. Not just 3. So
Not as into it.
yeah, that's what I've kind of been discovering with. I've played into White Scars a couple
5,
times
10,
now,
14. AP.
and if I can just bring that Vanguard
9,
veteran squad down to a couple models
12,
left,
14. Okay.
they're not really that
So
threatening
They
anymore.
are AP2.
They can still
but
play the
they're,
mission really well,
3 of
but like
save, they
2
go
Vanguard
2 of
vets,
save
like
with
you're
their
not
plus-
killing
because
enough
they're not
gaunts,
base
you're not
plus
killing
12, So they are.
yeah.
my
They're,
heavies.
and they have a 4 bimble. So they're just on force.
5 Vanguard vets, yeah, okay, my entire gaunt just disappears.
So
this
fail
is
more
gonna
than I
be
would like.
it for the robots, especially because Chuck can
Okay,
fight
so you're
twice
gonna
here.
kill a robot,
Oh, disgusting.
another robot, and leave 1 on 2 wounds.
And the one
Maybe
you
one on
actually
2,
see if
I
I
think
can-
we'll actually fight twice.
Okay. And so the robots, do they blow up? First one? Nope.
The robots are toughness 6. How strong are the Repentia?
So there's 2 robots left?
They're
1 with 2 wounds.
6 because Chuck didn't take the banner for +1 strength. But they would
I will spend 3. and then we'll fight.
Okay, so winning on 4s.
Bring it.
They
2
have
dead
it.
robots though.
There, I'm running out of CP now.
Okay.
There's still 8 of them.
let's see one strat.
Has not changed.
I think this is the second fight, or this is the second
Not as
half.
good last time, but
Not sure.
actually it's pretty good. Still.
No, I think there was 8 of them with 3 attacks each, so 24 shot or attacks.
Yeah, this is definitely the second fight. And
That is
3 to 1.
mean.
5.
No, Repentia
10, 11.
mess around. But you can see, like, if it was 5 Repentia and 8 Repentia, like, this wouldn't have killed all 4 robots.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then even one robot living is like the entire pension.
Fail
Shoots twice.
enough to kill the squad.
Yeah, he just locks his
Do they
locks his
blow-
feet down and picks the squad
One
up.
does. Take a mortal wound.
Bye bye.
That is one of the scariest things about
You're
the
gonna be
Kastelan
increasing
robots,
the- No, we're not even.
is if the
Got 'em.
opponent doesn't have the ability to just pull the robots away, you don't really ever turn them on.
You're closest this
Like,
way.
I got you in combat. Okay, here you go.
Yeah, that was huge for Chuck. He's cleared both flanks, which was what he needed that turn. He's not in the clear yet because
Well,
he's
you
being
decided
so
my
bad.
turn for me. Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
He's definitely.
As long as I'm making the choices.
Yeah, that's good.
I obviously prioritized priority objective.
His retributors in the back are also way too far back. The ones on his very back edge there. Because they're not going to shoot again for the rest of the game, probably. Maybe turn 5.
They're pass to you.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
I mean, yeah, he's got no threats on his
I'm
side
on
of the
one.
board
Okay,
anymore.
And,
He's just- like I said,
I'm just gonna
need to
put
be
these guys here because I know I'm gonna do it.
Backward.
And then these 5 dudes are gonna come in.
You want to hit the restroom? You can just take a little pause.
I'll do it on your movement. It's fine.
Like, as gross as Chuck's was, Ad Mech still has good domination with 3 objectives and a pretty decent hold on the
Back
fourth.
over here. Can I draw?
Yeah.
No, just barely not. They can see
Chuck's in his
this
cap.
guy though, and that's fine. With me.
Actually, Chuck's winning on primary somehow.
Yeah, we'll shoot
Oh,
him.
it's probably rotated.
Not the first time that's happened. I helped you with +1 attacks. Why'd you leave me out here like this?
I think a lot of this, again, has been very passive, and neither of them
Alright,
have really.
These guys are there. They're going to deploy scramblers when I get there. All right. Now that
And I
can-
heard in conversation, I believe
So, what do you-
that Chuck is
you have
done.
2 squads of Repentia left? Or
His
one in there. One that's not on the
scramblers?
table.
One here, and then the one that's on the table.
And Noah is still looking for
And then, I mean,
his.
those are on the table.
Okay, wait, no Repentia.
One of his,
Oh,
I
sorry,
think.
Repentia. Yeah, those ones there. In this rhino.
Yeah.
Amish Stig? Yes, this is still a very good game.
Importante.
I believe that this will be decided
Do you have any beginning of turn?
probably turn
No,
5.
I don't think I do. I'm going to kick up to 5.
Because, yes, the Repentia killed the robots. Yes, the
So let's go 9. I'm putting just shy, so you all have
melting guns are in place on the left-hand side, but
So I need to get these
it's just
guys out.
infantry. And there's still 3 Skorpius Disintegrators, and they can pick up a lot of these troops.
Over there, shoot. See if they got out. Are they even going to get into anything? No. All right, cool. So we'll advance him for a total of 15. Or I think his movement's not to that. I was thinking the 9-inch scout move. I might not need to advance.
Oh, yeah. They probably move 12.
Oh, they move 12. Not going to advance.
Real vehicles have a particular speed they move at, and then it's required.
All right. So we'll just move 12, and we'll go up, but we don't want.
I just got the corner.
And we want to be hard enough to shoot that I don't get.
How do you
lit up
think
next
for
turn.
the
And you
Ad Mech
have to let me
recover
up the turn
from
after that. That's fine with me. Okay.
What was that, Nick?
So the Repentia need to go
I think the
away.
Ad Mech recovery
Retributors need to
position,
go
what
away.
do you think they have to do?
I need to be holding at least 2 objectives.
Oh, man. To recover.
Maybe make that happen.
I think at this point, Ad Mech's got to get really aggressive.
Yeah, I
Push
agree.
those vehicles out, get to the objectives.
So
Well, literally every Repentia on the
Holding for
table
now.
needs to die. We need to dominate the objectives now.
Nothing fires into that back corner.
Everyone's a significant
Everything
amount
just
of
pulls
almost
off
every
the
table
troops that are
over
pushed
there.
forward.
You
Just
put him in the
kinda
corner
point.
and you can come out.
Okay, so then that means these guys
And
get out.
Amish,
Shoot
the
here, assault here.
Marines beat the bugs. 85 to 65 or something like that.
All right. Shooty Priest getting out.
Yeah. I thought Colin was going to dunk stomp that bug list. But
They
85
got
to
3 in the
65.
move, and the goal is they're just going to be within 12.
Yeah. Colin had a
These
very
shooting
good
units
second turn.
and
His
minimize
positioning was
the-
great. He really pushed into where he needed to be, and that let him throw out to where he needed to.
Gotcha.
And he just kept locking those big bugs in place.
Yeah.
They don't. Only the shooty guys do. Only the.
He lost a lot by the end of the game.
choppy guys do
By the end of the game, I think he had a chaplain
But
and his plasma interceptors, basically.
I have a 3-inch charge over here, so I think that's fine. Make chair. This is my Voltgeist torpedoes. Oh,
Yeah, I think the thing that surprises people about
9 of
that bug
those.
list is it can still play the mission really well.
we're going
Yeah, it's
to
got 1,000 points locked up in Barbed Duel
before, so I don't
and
forget,
the
I'm going to shoot them. I'm going
Malith
to spend the 1 CP to
But
make
there's
their
also another 1,000
weapons
points,
APQ.
literally just deep striking piecemeal. They're like,
Okay.
got the corner
Zero?
again. Oh, took that,
Strength
took
5
that objective
APQ.
back.
Oh god,
Nice.
this is indeed a big jump. All right, these guys
definitely
are
have a
just
lot
going
of
to shuffle because they're going to shoot some Repentia
Yeah.
with some rad weapons.
It's like a lot of actions.
The first time
I
you
think
will
a
have ever
problem
done
with that
anything.
list
Feels
that
good.
Tyler is running, now that I'm thinking about it more in depth,
Where's
is it is a
36?
list that performs
So
more
the main
poorly
target's over here,
the
but I would
better
like
the opponent,
opportunity for targets over here.
which is not what you really want. The smarter your opponent, the better they can lock your rippers out and prevent you from playing the game.
I think.
Yeah, like when I look at that list, I think it's completely predicated on people screwing up.
Yeah.
Oh god. 36 there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, my rooting in that game was really weird
Just
because I was like,
a little. So the other
well, I want
guy-
Colin to win because
36.
that's who I put in my bracket. But I want Tyler to win because I want Nids to
36
win.
There. So
But I want Tyler to lose because I want my Tyranid list to be better than his Tyranid
might as
list.
well just make sure the repention.
Like it was, I had this back and forth of like who I actually to do well.
Yeah.
I guess 36 can shoot this or this.
Oh, don't get me
guy.
wrong, Tyler's list is like
What else is under 36?
a 4-1
That
list
Rhino?
or an
Yeah,
easy
no, I got
3-2 list.
Yeah.
No,
Like
the
there's
one
some
that
people
you-
that just go, I don't know how to kill those hero duels, and you will just
think
roll
so.
them.
Yeah.
Should have left a little space there.
But yeah, against a really skilled player, especially one that's playing combat,
Yeah, I can
that
go
can
back.
control what the hero duels can do,
If I advance.
it gets really tough.
What?
Blocked him on the other side.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's like barely maybe enough room.
I
but
think
just
me
short.
and Nick both agree that
If
Colin's
that's
probably
okay
going to
with
win
you,
this,
then
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine. Okay, cool. We'll go that
the whole tournament.
because it's just a slightly shorter distance.
I think
hold on.
Colin's got the
Also, on the
most.
human list, I think, kind of give him a run for his money, but I don't think anything else is going to.
Yeah, so he's just
Who?
on the other side. Oop.
All Slanish demons.
Just turn him so he's
Oh, that's true. That is definitely a list that is looking to beat Marines.
All right. So they're in shooting.
I'm putting it also
These
partly
guys
on the
move.
player.
This guy
Everybody
moved.
in this tournament is a skilled player,
Couple
but
research
I
on
do
the
think
book.
Colin has the most experience.
I'd agree with
These
that.
guys are going to shoot some guns. Okay. Oh.
You got to
said
put
deploy when
a
they-
bit of
and then they
history
come
behind
in
it all.
And then they deploy. And now my deploy's up. All right. It's like almost like all the things on my list did what they were supposed to do. I feel like the robots
yeah,
are
I
what
think
they're
I
supposed to
have-
do just by
I think I
making you
have
not
Chuck
come over here.
coming
in
second
terms of me like not touching objectives, keeping my primary down.
and Tyler coming third.
This went really well.
Chuck will lose it.
For sure. It's good. Okay.
Okay, and that might be my inexperience with that
Round
matchup.
for those. If I roll a 1.
I think the sisters
Well,
list
we'll
has
start
the
with
tools
these
to
rad weapons.
but
Yeah. Isn't that list the one that Paul is running in this tournament? Isn't that the one with the keepers?
yeah.
Doesn't
He's toughness 3 or 4.
doesn't the Redemptors just kind of pick them up?
The priest guy.
Retributors.
Yeah, the Retributors.
He definitely can,
2 wounds. One of them is double damage.
All right, double
assuming
damage.
that Paul plays his half the game properly, and then kind of waits and tries to use the fiends.
Well, he's on 1 wound, right?
Yeah, is he
Matter,
really?
but-
Yeah, you
Diamond
Okay.
multi-melter.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, if you do this run into multi-melter,
okay. Next thing. These 9 or
Plus,
12
at close
shots
range, the
into-
multi-meltas don't even struggle to pick up the fiends.
I think. Might as well have
No,
nothing else.
no, it's basically the fiends have to hop, skip, and jump into a wall in the middle of the board, and jump from the wall into combat, and then you have to follow that trajectory into victory.
Yeah.
And then Chuck's job would be to not let that happen, but I think with
7.
how the community has and the way that that mission plays, you kind of have to let it happen.
Cool.
I think that'll be a very interesting game then.
Now the real shooting.
Yeah, then you have to fight your way out with Repentia, which is totally a thing.
We're going to
That's-
start with
Yeah, got you wrapped. No, you don't.
That's when it
these
gets good.
guys. This
Whoa,
guy.
good fake.
Yeah.
You had me.
You've been
This
enjoying
guy
Ninth, Nick?
into the-
Yeah.
Dropping me.
Yeah,
all
me too.
of the regular guns go into. I mean, all the indirect fire.
I'd be enjoying it more if I was playing more in person,
30-inch
but
gun. Can it shoot the
Yeah, I get
priest?
that one. I really wish White Scars were just toned down a notch.
Can it shoot anything else?
yeah.
Clever.
Oh, it can.
They have
Can
too
it
much
shoot?
control.
Yeah.
I think
everything
my
else
list
under Repentia.
is a pretty
Okay.
good play into it.
Repentia will get.
Yeah,
the
well, you can put them,
non-stars.
you can make them act
Not their favorite.
before they want to.
And
Yes,
reroll
yeah, it's
one.
not very
Very
often
strong.
that White Scars run into a combat army that is faster than.
Right,
And
exactly.
sixes
Like, if
explode.
you
Oh,
play
back to that.
most armies in the White Scars with like any sort of line of sight blocking in the middle, they just park 20 Vanguard
5 AP 0
Don't
wounds.
and blast
Yeah.
interceptors. And
5.
I control the tape.
Sixes.
Can't
Face
stop
alone.
me.
We're good
Yeah.
in?
Yeah,
I
and this
will kill
Tyranid
the-
list literally goes, okay, I'll just kill all.
I will take the.
Yeah.
Where do I want to take? You got
Tyranid,
the-
Yeah.
There's nobody. Those guys could shoot too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
White Scars are impressive.
Missile.
yeah, absolutely.
3 shots. 3 hits.
Just need all those
3
full
wounds
payload
with the missile.
manticores.
AP 2 this time.
Yeah.
On these guys here.
The
Looks
Repentia still,
like-
I declared them. I haven't finished.
Oh,
the
this
shoot.
is all the. Yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, yeah. And then I've got the
So,
3d3
sixes.
shots into them.
And these are multiple.
Var.
Yeah, 2.
Hmm.
Okay, it was 3 wounds.
Well, then I'll roll all of them this time.
Okay.
What is this green
Roll for
unit?
Okay, cool.
You got a miracle die.
Is that more priests?
Killing Repentia.
Am I?
Should be ashamed of yourself. I will use.
They look like alligators.
All right. Then the first indirect boat into the Seraphim. My indirect
Actually, there's a
boat
bunch of
sucked
shooting
this
right now.
game.
If you want to toss it over the players check, or
Yeah, well,
Pickles.
Way to show up to the party, guys. The 3 did not get rolled. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. 4 wounds.
4 wounds into these guys.
Yeah,
Minus
AP 1.
1. So back to 3s. Got one.
2 damage each.
No,
Okay.
he's dead in the next life as well.
Can't see. I don't think you can see them. Can't see there. So this guy is just shooting the indirect fire and I think the missile. No, not even that. Okay. He's just putting the indirect fire into the Seraphim.
All right.
All right. So do 3d3 first. Boop. Again.
Wow.
Really
Every
terrible.
time.
Procs 2 extra hits though.
Yep. 3 roll ones.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
45 minutes
That's
of
better.
action.
4.
4.
51.
Yep, 3 hits.
I literally turn my brain off when I get
Just 2.
I'm just like, tell
Okay.
Please tell me what to
That's why you're
roll.
shooting then, right?
No.
And I will do
I
that.
don't see anybody else.
Okay. All right. So how many are in that squad?
A 4 and a 4.
Norman 40K rating with the
2.
party of 1. We appreciate you.
I don't think
Nice.
fallback and shoot is going to be hyper relevant, and I think I need the reroll ones to smash. See, what's going to hit me with fallback and shoot? What is really
Good
going
old
to
party one. And I know, Colin, I know
This turn
it is not
nothing.
my list. It is definitely a group
Okay, so I'm going to
effort.
spend 2 CP and switch into.
I just happened to get both the Democarons
reroll ones
first.
to hit.
Okay.
You know, I get possessive of these things.
And then are you going
How it works.
Oh no, I can't do that. I have to select one I didn't already select.
That's the thing.
The other one I have to do at the
I didn't
beginning.
Yeah.
So I can
totally-
reselect. I can't.
I would-
So it's not going to work. Illegal.
Yeah,
So
I
I'll
don't
just play
think
the game
any
the way it's
list
supposed
is
to
ever absolute
Okay,
individual.
so we'll put.
Maybe some,
I
but
can do the AP.
Yeah, we already did the AP.
they always get talked
We
about
already-
and tossed around.
Okay, even if you
So we are going to put.
discuss the list idea as you play test
Do I
it,
get greedy? Do I do 5 and 4? Or do I just assault afterwards?
still used
What is the
experience
assault range?
list that you got from your buddies.
Yeah. And somebody else probably had similar thought
You need to roll
at the same time.
I
Nobody.
think because I can be just within an inch on the edge.
There
for
there wasn't
damage,
one
right?
person that
So you
looked
get
at
the
Vanguard
turn.
vets with storm shields. Those are good, and nobody else figured it out.
7, so you need a 6.
I figured it out. I was first to know. They're all copycats.
So I need 8.
Yes. That's how.
8 on the
Wow.
dice.
That's the hardest math problem we did today somehow.
Is she not within an inch of the edge of that terrain?
Oh, that's actually a good call.
Yeah, that's why you kicked her back just a little bit when you were.
Yeah, yeah, you could come to the right.
Okay,
get
so it's a
here
6.
and Connect. Yeah. You
Okay.
just wouldn't necessarily be able to connect everybody, but
Yeah, pile in, whatever.
yeah.
Okay. So I think what we do then, I really need to get rid of the melted weapons, but I think we just go for the charge with them. So we're going to shoot all of our guns into the Seraphim,
More shooting.
and we're going to hope that does enough. All right, so
Where's-
27, 3, 6, 9,
Behind them all?
7, 9, 13, 14, 15,
Ooh, Colin's playing nids into white scars.
17, 18, 19, 20,
Oh, that's Colin. Hi, Colin.
21,
I'm really hungry.
23,
Behind the-
24, 25,
I guess it's basically
27.
early dinner
6
for you
o'clock,
right
2
now.
additional hits.
Like, I didn't have. I had cheese and
Quick reroll
crackers.
ones.
What is all this dice? What is happening right now?
And But.
Remember, each
But.
Ad Mech vehicle shoots 90 bullets.
I put
I know. But
So
I've played
five.
against that like so many times, and this happens every time.
strength
Every
5,
time.
AP2.
Bad. It's the first time it's happening.
Your eyes glaze
4,
over and you stop paying
6,
attention.
And honestly,
10,
like, how many dice can you
14. 14 wounds.
I'm enjoying this?
I'm just gonna roll all but one in case
Yeah.
that gets lucky. 5s.
Yep.
Oh, I don't even have a thing for it. They're quite dead.
Okay.
Very polarizing.
4 of them die.
Lots of fives and
Full
sixes.
pistols.
Lots
Yep.
of ones and twos.
Nothing. The hand flamers.
Are you am I within? Is it 6 or 12?
Plus 12. Yeah.
Flaming.
Ooh, took
So,
for an Overwatch.
hand flamer.
Lots a lot.
7.
These strength 3.
Yeah.
So 4. 4, 5.
Yeah, every model he brings down is a bit.
Make 2.
Yeah.
2
Even if you're not going to kill me,
Nothing.
you're going to
Lose
make
2
life
points.
a lot easier later right now.
Mhm.
I do like to Overwatch Electro-Priests even if I'm not doing it.
2 Electro-Priests. Yep.
Shot. Did
I don't have
there?
time for specials. Like an
Everybody.
Going
That's
ahead
true.
and assault?
Charge your face. I'm gonna try it. I got this.
Overwatch?
Yeah.
Bring it.
That paid off.
Okay. 3
I
hits.
have to finish painting my Democaren, actually. It's like 90%
2
done.
5 ups. Make 1 fail it.
Yeah, these teams.
So you just crack a guy. There's no. Oh, whoa! I have a 5 up feel with pain.
Well, it's 3 damage.
Oh. Okay. You kill a guy.
All right.
then-
Those Electro-Priests look a lot thinner now.
You- More than that. Oh,
10?
You want to come up on
Yeah,
the
that
train
looks
and
much better.
Yeah, if I can.
Yeah,
And B is as many people and as possible.
yeah, you can take it.
I guess those were the same.
That's a charge, though.
Just like this.
That is a charge.
You and the objective before we
And close combat profile
I
is
am
the
very
same,
curious
except
to
it's
see the
AP0.
points.
You don't cover this time, so it'll be on 3 up save.
Come up at the end of this turn.
So they get 2 attacks. There are 6 of them left, so I'll have 12 dice. 6, 9, 12. 6 is proc extra hits.
Yeah, good old Electro-Priests. 12 attacks, 20 hits.
And 3s.
Yeah, do your strength 4 or strength 5.
Strength, strength 5.
Maybe in combat they roll so many dice.
No AP. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Works on ballistic
3
skill.
ups. Got one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Does she fight you when she dies? Yep. Just gets 1 attack. She's our lady. She hits. She goes.
Between my pilot and my consolidate, can I wrap around you? Is that because I didn't take my pilot?
Oh yeah, you can definitely run.
All right, cool. That way you at least have to like do the fallback thing to not and not be able to shoot.
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
What
the
is-
other 3 will attack you.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. There's something very important. When I do my charge, the number of models in the unit, I get to do mortals.
Do mortals, yes.
Don't forget your exploding.
It statistically become okay. So 2 mortals, and so you can get a fight back.
Do I get
For Noah?
You fight with 1.
Yeah,
You
Noah
can
took
take
his
that roll if you
exploding
want.
6s.
Okay.
So I hit 1 there, and then
Sixes.
so I wounded you with 1 that died,
Okay.
and then didn't wound you with the other one. Just,
5 up.
Keep it.
Fail it. Feel no pain. Fail it. Lose a guy. So
there's
is
1
there-
guy left.
Okay. So
That,
and I'm still on the objective, right?
yeah,
Yep.
like that.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Really design like this.
Morale,
Oh, yeah.
and that's the end.
All right. Gosh, I hope I fail.
What was that, Nick?
I did.
I feel like this
Okay.
Ad Mech
I'd like to-
is rolling all the dice and nothing is happening.
I'm worth 2 CP.
Come on, guys.
There's still retention
I
every
think
corner.
you're
of
taking away the number of things you get to shoot, like the number of things you get to shoot at me.
Yeah, that back squad disappeared.
Okay,
but
so end of my turn, I get engaged in all 4.
Yep. Full engage.
I did do my deploy scramblers,
Priority. And scrambled.
and then, yeah, I'm priority. Yep.
Start of my turn.
You're on 5. You get 5.
On 5.
And this is the top of 4, right?
Correct.
What are we doing on time?
yeah, Chuck's definitely going to need to
Mine is low battery.
push forward
Mine has a
and
battery
remove.
symbol, but it doesn't.
I couldn't tell which ones are not labeled.
Oh, interesting.
How do I replace this battery?
There's a pack of them.
Oh,
Okay, so let's
Get those
figure out what
sisters
we're
back in
gonna
the
do.
emulators and time to go.
This is 4. A very low scoring game for both of us in that regard.
What is the current score? I just want to know.
Can you put those scores in and give us a...
Because everyone's playing super cautious.
I expected this to be a high scoring game, 5 objectives, priority targets. This is the making this a massacre, but I guess not. Y'all a bunch of pansies. What is happening? Who are these ladies?
Okay, I'll get that in a second.
Are those just generic sisters? Or are those cool
I think so.
No, that just makes it skewed weird.
Let me take a look at the list again. Yeah, they might just be regular sisters or crusaders.
Do they have flake?
One of those units is crusaders.
Yeah. Actually, 2 people right there on the top left.
Yeah.
And that's just 5 regular sisters, I guess. Well, I thought those were retributors. No. What is this? This is more Repentia, it seems. Ah, Chuck with the plays. That'll coming out of that rhino.
There it is. That's why that's rhinos stuffed right into the corner.
Yeah.
We'll advance them over there.
I kind of assumed those were Repentia, but I don't know. I guess Chuck just has finally decided he needs to make some magic happen because the game is ending. This isn't a particularly worthwhile kill. It looks like it's just a Skorpius Disintegrator or a Dunerider. But,
Battle
I think it is a disintegrator. I think the Dunerider's on the far left.
Reroll.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, I think
I think
you're
so.
right. So that's a good kill. That's a good kill. Although this Overwatch is going to destroy you, Chuck. You got to do something about that.
Well, they probably got replaced at the same time, so that makes some sense.
Yeah, because
I'm
it's
just going
all,
to finish
it's
my
all
move phase because I will lose my train of thought if I don't.
Overwatch on 5s. It could be making that.
Ooh. Yep.
And that's after, is that after the time you just got?
No.
Okay, because that'll.
I agree, Colin. Priority target special secondary is dumb. It's almost just like here's 15 points to both teams.
Yeah.
Or a lot of times, by the time you've taken away the priority target from your opponent, you're like, oh, that's a 5-point turn. Like, well, it was turn 4 and you already get 12 points. Who cares?
come get it, Repentia.
Points are updated, guys.
Come get it, all the Repentia.
Once we're updated, Chuck's pulling a little bit ahead. Very close game, though.
Even the one that's not there.
They both have the same secondaries. I forget what they are. Priority scramble.
Well,
something else.
Repentia.
Seems good.
Primary again.
Helping.
Chuck is telling me about all these objectives. Since that sister squad somehow survived, it can also use miracle dice to get itself involved in the game there. Bottom right.
Hmm.
I can go to here.
Yeah, these primaries have really just been getting traded back and forth.
I don't understand what's happening in this game. Chuck is sitting in the corner, and the Ad Mech aren't doing anything. And I don't feel like I don't think that's too much. I mean, like, there's 5 Repentia sitting in the open, and they survived. Like, how is that possible?
Cool.
Did that emulator just move 100 inches? That emulator just went so far. It was
I'm
like,
telling you, man, the top-down view does weird things to distance. You're like, that was totally cheating. You're like, oh no, that was just 6 inches. It's the same thing when Colin was moving his Swarmlord and Demacare around. I'm like, was that actually 12 inches of a Demacare move? What the hell was that?
it must. Like
Oh, yeah.
no one's saying anything, so, like, I guess
You know, it's just gonna.
yeah, that's fine. That emulator really does look like it moved, like 12, 15, like 15 inches.
Oh, should I get
I
back?
bet the Death Guard secondary seemed like you were always going to take at least one Codex secondary at this point. It did look good, those Death Guard secondaries. Ah, man. I'm immediately after this game, I'm going to order some food and sit down with my good friend, the Death Guard book. Have a nice, quiet evening.
Yeah, this is what, the first Chaos book of 9th?
This is the first Chaos book at 9th. I'm so excited. Chaos is
Yeah.
really nice.
And it's been a long time since you've been able to actually play that.
I I know it's been. I have really not been a fan of a lot of the play styles offered to us in 9th edition of Chaos. I don't hate the Slaanesh Keeper Rush, but it's just really not my style.
Two to go.
Sure.
All the
Well,
other-
like we've been discussing at this point, rather than play Sleeper or Keeper Slanesh Rush, you might as well just go and play Democarons.
yeah, and
I
I'm
think
not
that list
against
is just straight up
but
better.
The issue with the Dimokirans is that they're not here,
Yeah.
so
Bring,
Yeah,
here for Death March.
bring it.
All right.
that's right.
Oh, these guys have these. That's important.
Yep.
Fresh to this.
All right.
Same drill. I'll do 3. I didn't actually pay attention to this, but I got lucky.
But those look to be the distributors. Last,
The bolt guns are going to go into him.
Sure.
the last leader.
I should just do this right. Start with her. And do
They're going to shoot. There's nothing to shoot at. Why are they getting out?
Oh, that's 8.
They should have been there 2 turns ago, so they could be pushing into Noah's back
T4.
right now.
T4.
Remember, Nick, we're commenting on the
Okay,
game, not
T3.
not coaching.
Todd,
Fail them all. Dead.
I know it's in our blood.
And then
That's-
this guy can't see anything from there, except for you can see down that way.
I think I'm also hangry.
I'm going to shoot down that way.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Mechanicus,
It's not really about the plays; it's about the lack of food in your stomach.
pretty good. 2. Oh, reroll 1s. 2.
2 6-up invols. Dead.
Alright. And then heavy bolter. Reroll 1s. 3s. 2. AP 1.
2 AP1. Dead. And 1 more. Cock.
Or a lack of white claws.
One more there.
Down to 1.
Do you just need to be drinking, Nick?
Yep.
Misses.
Okay.
And shotgun. Shotgun from him.
Sure.
2 hits. 1 wound. No AP.
Okay. Right here.
Yep.
Good.
All right. Have to do it in the charge phase. Now we're back over here. Well, actually, I'm.
Actually, hold on. I just realized something. I might be off on his armor save by 1.
Oh, okay. Well, he's got
I really
cover.
want him to die.
He's got cover, so he's. What does he start with?
Oh, he's not in the. Well, I usually play that you have to be on the train. I think
Oh, okay.
we lost the cover, but he's. I think he's a. I thought he was a 4-up, but he might be a 5-up. No, he's a 4. He was good.
Okay. So over here, 3 multi-multis going into you,
Yep.
and 2 bolt guns.
Okay.
We'll do the 2 bolt guns after the 3 multi-multis.
You're still declaring the other ones, right? Like you're declaring all of them. but you're
Everything's going
shooting.
in.
Yeah.
I did not get in range there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
And you're in 12.
Go for it.
Right?
Yep. So these
Does anything
threes.
cool happen while I was away?
there's a lot of multi-gun
Three go right
fire
through.
rolling around. That's for sure.
Like it.
8, 9, 15.
A billion. Okay.
It's
I'm
much-
gonna spend
much
the
less
0
shooting than,
CP strat to not lose anybody.
An ad mech, but it's
I'm gonna spend
doing
the
a
1
lot.
CP strat to get out within 6, and so I don't lose anybody, and I get out 6.
Oh, beautiful combo
Alright.
strategy.
So here's a question. Within 12, up. What is the highest auto charge you could create? 10.
Skorpius Dunerider without losing any
So I could be here,
one command
and
point.
you would actually have to roll the dice.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong ability.
So then you'd have to get an 11. Okay? If I could come, and I can come to that point. Okay, cool. And then the question is, then do these guys get to be, oh, and that would put these guys, for this guy, 10.
To get out of charge range.
So
I think since there's so many
auto charge
models,
would be 10, so I would need to get out
but,
here.
It does get him off the
10
objective,
puts me
though.
far away enough, so I need to get out, get outside of 10 there,
You would have-
and
but I think
outside
with
of
that
10
there,
here, and be on the objective. Then you don't have anything else that will be able to shoot them, right? If they're standing right here.
Nope, that's the shooting is +5 right there.
Okay, so I could potentially, high likelihood, deny 2 charges and not get shot. Yeah, okay.
That's well worth it.
Yeah, we're gonna try. Though it is 9 guys, so I might not be able to do it.
Oh yeah, there's got a space issue.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so furthest possible. Off
Yeah, I do like this little play, though. It's a nice little nifty play at Anoa.
Yeah, this is a pretty advanced move for Ad Mech, but this is a very good
So
combo.
it's just short of the rock is just the 6.
That's really showing his stuff here.
I'm shaky. Okay. Okay, so one guy goes here and I need to be at 11. Is it base like this on it, or do you have to be one? Yeah.
We can't be next to it.
Yeah, I am the tiniest lip possible up on the edge. Okay, so it's an 11 plus, so you need 11 to get there from there. All right. Now let's get
This
everybody
is
in
some nice, precise movement.
base and see if I can deny the charge.
Good to hear it. I was playing this game.
Sorry?
He started to be a little bit more passive earlier.
Those guys already shot, right?
Yeah, the game
This is
definitely looks.
a very, very hard counter Chuck's got to Nanavati. So,
All right.
in fact, he's making this
And then I gotta
telling.
get this guy out. So that's 9, 5, 9. Okay, move this guy. Move. Let's see, I know where my sides are here. So let me just make sure. I'll put him in that bubble. Okay. Hello.
No charity here. My game is daylight to finish a bit. So
So-
we can set the next round.
You need 11. All right, 11.
Yeah, because it's 2:30
Okay,
now.
So it's at 11.
they'll probably just
You
do
need
turn 4.
11.
Okay.
Double check me. Look right.
Honestly, we haven't
I'm
had
getting
any
you right
game go to time.
Is that 11 or
except
10?
The last one, I
That's
think.
between
we
10 and
got
11, so
plenty
my
of
10
time
would get me
doing
there.
turn 5.
Okay, so I can move this guy to here.
This guy looks good.
Okay, what about this guy?
So now,
I'm recording
this
pickles
one.
on.
So it's this one guy.
Yeah, can you?
Pickles on this.
These guys are in line here. I could do this.
No, that's way out. There you go.
There.
Okay, and then are you screwing yourself over here? Yes.
All right, put this guy's back. Make sure that he's 6 here. All right. And make sure that's why I put the dice there. So we could reposition this. All right. So it looks like I come to there, I think, from this little thing. I have a little bit more. Boop. All right, try that. If I push him in on, I guess I can do this. Hold on. Yeah, squeak. Oh, squeak. Does that work?
You're there now.
Okay, barely. Off of the skin.
Does the tank explode?
La la la. No.
Okay. All right. Over here.
Yep.
10 bolt guns into you.
Bring it. 3s.
4.
Take 2. Feel my pains. 2 dead.
I'll stop with the priest. Try to knock him out.
All right. That's my shooting phase. I killed something.
Yeah, these last 2 turns are definitely
Yeah,
like
Michael,
the battle for the primary.
Miracle die is right here.
I was like, no. No.
You can reroll it. It's
Gotta be-
already his turn.
All right. So 2 YOLO long bombs.
Good grief, that's a
well,
lot of 1s on a miracle.
Be
Shorter.
a pretty good chance at yellow longbow.
I mean, you can charge here for sure. But
I mean, basically,
You
Chuck
definitely
is
charge here
fearless
for
now.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
And
decide.
one you morale phase is fearless.
Oh, this guy needs to be
Yeah.
placed.
Is there
which
something
is relevant?
Other
well, yeah.
than St. Catherine that
Because
can
there
buy
is
your
no place
dice
for him to
up
go
or
who's
down?
not getting charged.
Yeah, and I want him to get charged, actually. He has a nasty flamer.
Okay.
Okay.
She has to be within 6 inches.
And
of
also,
being a tree.
and then probably blocks you
Yeah.
from actually getting the charge up.
Yeah, I knew it was like an aura.
She doesn't sound too hard, but
Yeah, that makes it much harder.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
you're doing the rest of
My life is
it.
good.
Yeah, when you're really trying to snake out.
I have
She's not bad.
5 CP, and I just spent 1. I went to 4.
35 to 50 point range for 6 years. So something that I can get cut before you're taking 200 points of random
I
characters.
guarantee that. Take the point. If I charge into you, how nice is the labor? How many shots?
It's going to be D6, and it's like strength 6, a billion AP.
But D6 guys
Yeah.
basically is the maximum I could lose.
Oh, I'm starting to lose you again, Nick. I don't know to
Okay.
Cool.
So
back out and come
I'm
back
gonna
in.
charge over there.
Okay,
I'm
here.
not gonna screw around with it. I roll at least 7.
Okay,
I get a 11.
bring it in.
Just get
5 Repentia, kill it. Oh, great, you killed him. Look at that. Take your piling, consolidate. Be on the objective. Congratulations.
Hi, how's it going?
You sure you don't want to tap these guys?
I'm, just this once. I'm gonna let it go.
Hello, Nick.
Don't want to
Better.
interrupt your turn.
Yeah, seems to be.
Here,
Oh,
he's
good.
gonna attempt to charge.
I don't know if it just like desyncs
Okay.
over time or something, but
So you have to come all the way around. Oh, and you get to auto do it, right? Or did you already do? You already
He
did.
does not
Virtuous.
do those dice.
Okay, so you need a
Plus, I've also
9.
used a dice.
I'll try your 9. 9.
Check out the 9. Oh, man.
All right.
And then a
Bring it.
12. Chuck is going all over the place.
You would obviously
need
activate over
miracle
here.
dice.
Right? Yeah, okay.
when you're using your miracle dice for the charge, do you have to commit 2 dice? Or are you allowed to sub?
You can sub 1.
Oh,
That's,
goddamn.
So good. It's so good.
That's
It's really nice because then even like stuff like the 5-inch charges, like I'll just commit a 4.
9 times.
yeah,
Fours are okay.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No,
Any
yeah.
game that comes down
Yeah.
to dice
I mean,
and
he's
chance
got-
that you
he's
can
got
be
like
like,
6
no,
wounds.
it
It's
doesn't come
gonna
down to
happen.
Only
chance.
45 attack.
Yeah.
Is such a powerful ability.
Last
Plus, that's
time-
not going to be what
You're not
decides
going to
things.
interrupt us. Oh, this last one here. Do you want to overwatch that?
No.
It's like
Really
Damper's Children
The on
charge
the
charge
Yeah.
strat.
No, no.
Good God. No, it's a 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's super strong because you get to see what the first 2 die rolls are. So like, oh, I know one
Yeah.
die is a 4. I'll
have
just
one
turn this
wound each.
1 into a 6. 10-inch charge.
Yep. Yeah, that one's so good. It's like,
And
I think the average is that you get.
Okay.
The average would be 9.5.
I think they're 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Actually, it's probably even
You're
higher.
not charging there.
You're taking
I
lower
think it
than
is.
average, So it's
All right,
probably like
that
10.
I'm gonna. I think that I'm
It's
gonna.
basically 2 dice looking for a 3.
3.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're certainly making that charge most of the time.
No.
It's actually 3 dice because
3,
you could then theoretically re-roll
9.
with a CP, the single die still.
6
and
is
it just
proc,
keep
2
the
extra hit.
6.
Up.
Well, if you didn't roll a 3, if you roll a 1 and a 2 on both dice, just spend a CP to reroll both.
Yeah, you
3.
spend CP, re-roll both, so it's 4 times to roll 3.
4
Because if you
wounds,
get
no
1,
AP.
then you can still convert the other to a 6. That's cool.
Got one.
Cool. One less thing I get
And it's
punched with.
1 CP.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be out of
Good.
deep strike. It's any time.
No, it's anytime. It's so good.
Yeah.
Mark has used that on me 10,000
This is the
times.
place where you can choose if you want to
Yeah.
interrupt here and fight these guys.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
If only Chaos had good enough combat units to throw at you.
I'm going to get my special rule. Where I get +1 to hit you because you killed somebody in my squad.
These are the last 2 squads of Repentia, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't help. 2.
Make a move.
All right.
Okay. You want to swing there?
Yeah.
Okay. Fives.
AP3.
B3. Oh, 6s. Got him.
Does it block?
Yeah, let's see. Did you just pick up your guys?
No, I picked the dice.
I rolled a 6.
All right.
I think. Is there another dice here? Nope. Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Okay.
D3 mortals. 1.
Know what's nearby. Is that a punch up top?
And then you will go back
Last
towards these
bit
guys and get on this side here.
I
Okay.
think that's the last.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and activate there.
Yep.
2, 4, 6.
Punch it everywhere. I think Chuck is really going to bring this one
Chuck.
home. Although no one does at the bottom of turn
And
5
3.
finish if he does have
3.
enough stuff left by the end of it.
Good to go.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, because this is still turn 4.
Chuck, or no one really needed to slow the game down so that he'd have stuff around on turn 5 to make that big points push. Stuff like using the
End of your
deal
turn?
so aggressively, I really disagree
Whether
with
done.
because
Yep. Beginning of your turn.
now it's
I
just
lost
less
one
stuff
of
has
them,
to go
so that's
here.
7. Or I lost 2, so I need a morale.
That didn't
Good.
cost anything. Chuck was able to deal with that drill by
I
just
think
getting
nothing
out.
for all of us.
It didn't cost Chuck a turn of
Okay.
momentum. Chuck was
This is the turn where I think it's going to matter a
It seems
lot. So I'm going to, at the beginning of my turn, I'm going to spend 2 CP and select one I've already, because I think I've already selected reroll one. No, I rolled it, so actually I can just select. I'm going to select reroll ones in combat.
Okay.
I think is what we want to. No, we want to be strength 6. We want to move on 2. So we're
Looks
going
like
to
those Electro-Priests are still alive.
the +1 to strength, which is what I got before. Okay, so we're gonna go.
Barely.
We
This
went
is
up
3
by
of
1,
them.
so we're down to 2. Okay. And now we're going to charge. Well, we're gonna move, and then we'll charge. La la la. La la la. La la la. La la. Okay. And then we need that 2 CP at the end of the day. It is. All right, which means, actually, I guess I want to go the other direction because what I need to do is end up in this quarter. That's what I need to do. So basically, the exact
Basically,
opposite and just be on the objective.
Noah has a squad in the center,
Sorry about that.
a couple Electro-Priests
thing.
off at the
You
top,
guys
and
are
then
gonna
everything
kill
else is
those guys?
back on his back corner.
I'm
Yeah.
going to try to kill,
These Electro-Priests are gonna
and then try to
knock
basically
out these
hold there for a
right
while.
here, get themselves a 2-up invul potentially, and really annoy the crap out of Chuck. Chuck's honestly better off ignoring them, but it looks like as these Skorpius Disintegrators come out, the multi-meltas will have something to do next turn
What?
unless
I
they
did.
die.
Yeah, I did.
As I've seen with the Ad Mech shooting, it's not actually that scary.
These guys get out of the way.
Well, at this point, I don't think the Retributors can be shot.
Lance.
I think the Disintegrators here have to go into those Repentia in the middle of the board.
I think they can do both. I
One
think
guy in,
the
one
stuff
guy out.
between the two of them should be able to knock out the Repentia, and then the missile
Alright.
and the
So
Top Gun can knock out some more Retributors.
That's probably true. The Repentia are made out of tinfoil.
Yeah, so doesn't take much to knock those out.
We,
Yeah, no, you're right.
you're going to swing on me first. I'm going to swing back. Over there.
I'll just be 10 seconds here. I just got to swap out them.
Oh, do you give me 5 for this turn? Alright. And, okay, so we'll start with all these guns here. This one is rerolling 1s, proccing straights on 6s.
So this is a bad split, I think.
3.
Noah is not seeing the forest of the trees. He's basically just seeing the Repentia on his front doorstep, and he's like, everything's got to go here until the storm's solved.
Proccing
Not seeing
straight on 6.
these carries right behind the Retributors. So
Wound you on 3s.
this could work out for him if
3
this
wounds,
one
no AP to start.
then focuses on the Retributors behind, but I don't think it's as clean as the way
And then
works.
the missile.
Because you want the AP
5.
weapon
Nice.
going into the girls.
I feel like those missiles always come through with the D6 sticks when they need to.
Just inefficient firepower here.
3 hits. 2s. 2 wounds, AP2.
What damage?
D3.
Oh, okay.
First
Well,
one,
no, just
3. Second one, 3. Okay. Big gun. 3, 6, 8.
This should do it.
This is not proc or reroll. Oh no, this is still this gun. Right, yeah, this one does proc and reroll. Because I haven't shot this one yet. Okay. 1 goes back in. Okay. 2s.
And
You have 6 AP1, 2 damage.
2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Roll. So 4.
Okay.
now he
So
needs
one
to be
left on this
very
one there.
careful not to overcome here and knock out those 2 Repentia. If he shoots
Alright.
all down,
What
that
is
would be
there? Do you have enough CP to auto pass him if you wanted to, right?
I have.
Yeah, because then he kills him and he doesn't get to
Not
charge
on
onto
the
the objective, yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, I didn't see that.
Well, just he shot the entire Skorpius at
Oh,
the Repentia.
do you mind? I meant to fall those dudes back.
Ah, gotcha.
Do you want to go
Yeah, just out.
around the objective?
Yeah, that if I kill you with indirect fire, that I can
Yeah.
win that objective back. Okay. So
This is a good game, actually.
shooting.
Yeah, this is going to come right down to the end.
I'll do it right now. Thanks for reminding me.
Are you guys gonna need turn 5 to know what's up?
Yeah. Okay, so we're going fast. All right, so we'll shoot the missile. How many wounds does this thing have?
4.
Okay. We'll shoot the missile into. We'll shoot the missile here, and we'll shoot the Stubbers
What is that
here.
shooting behind? Just
They're in
sisters?
cover, so indirect fire is not actually going to be that good against them. So
What was that?
it's not really going to matter. So we're just
I
going to
don't
do
know what he's playing fire between.
the indirect
Mhm.
fire is going to go.
What are you splitting fire between?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Knowing it.
Yeah. Okay. Missile here. 9 shots here.
And indirect over here.
No, it's
Okay.
not going to be worth it if I do it that way. The indirect will go into those meltas that aren't in cover.
Okay.
I think is what I need to do.
So the missionary, the Repentia, and the Retributors
Yeah.
are all going to take some fire.
All right. Here to here. 6 missiles.
That's not good.
He's splitting fire. He is definitely acknowledging
That's one less dice.
Retributors, right? We'll just see if it was enough.
2s.
Yeah. And the Electro-Priests are
Two.
obviously going to kill the...
4 ups.
The one's down here for sure.
Yeah.
Makes them both.
Nice.
Yeah, that didn't do anything.
Sweet,
for
that's the
Retributors.
fourth 4 up.
Okay.
That's about
And
it.
then
They take real commitment to kill.
3,
The Ad Mech just didn't have it.
9.
Yeah, 3+ saves. Pretty good.
This is for her.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
I think Chuck is going to get here if he plays his turn right, but it's hard to tell how many CP he has. He
3
needs
wounds.
to have at least 2 to really
Maybe.
get the Retributors going, and they need to go to clear out the tanks to finish
Circle
out the
back.
game.
Yeah. Although between the two emulators as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll see what that
I'm
last
just saying,
miracle
to
dice is
have
that's
it
going
on
to show
lock,
up.
basically.
Would have liked to take you off that, but that's not going to happen.
4.
I'm going to declare the charge here.
Yep. So then we got it.
4 CP left for Chuck.
7.
4 CP left for Chuck. That's
Okay.
still a pretty crazy turn.
Chuck is going to have a good net of turn 5, and that's
Come around.
probably enough to shut it out from there.
To shoot. Or to hit.
He's got people all over the place.
Not basing, because I'm going to require the pile-in to get everyone to be able to hit.
Okay.
Okay.
These guys don't like fall back and charge back or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
4, 6,
This is over here.
8. Well, I'm going to melt. I'm doing when I execute the charge, I'm going to
Yeah.
do mortals.
Oh, you do it during the charge?
Yeah, yeah. 6.
Give me
8.
1 second. To read my strat. Without telling me what your results are. I'm not looking.
Okay.
I mean, this seems completely overkill for those Serpentia.
All right. 2, 4,
I'm not sure I would have even rolled this.
14.
Yeah.
This is not an attack, right?
No.
All right, cool.
Okay. So you take 1
I
more.
think it's on stream, though. You want to see the dice.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
And now I'm attacking you.
Our approach
Now I'm going to spend a CP
Yeah.
every time you kill somebody.
Whatever
on a
time
4th to
they're
do
there.
mortal. Does she attack you?
3 o'clock.
by the way?
It's 2:43 right now.
All right. Everyone is piling in so that everyone can get to swing.
Chuck's spending CP. I wonder what he's spending it on. Oh, there's the 1 CP strat to do a mortal on a 4+ every time Repentia's killed in close combat. He's like getting some cheap Electro-Priest kills here.
This guy can go a little further. And
Yeah.
There. Up. You gotta get them there.
Not like he
And this guy gets
replaces
behind you.
4
All
CP
right.
with his last turn.
18 attacks.
I
Hitting on
guess
3s.
5. That one too.
Because I'm +1. Oh, that was on a 2 before I hit it. Okay. And then wounding you on 2s because I went up 1 strength. Okay. 6s are D3 mortals, but I didn't roll any. So you have 4, 8, 9 wounds. AP2.
6 ups. 2 damage each.
1 damage each.
5 ups.
Oh, these are just the Jazz Hands Priests?
Which leaves 1 in the
Yep.
squad.
Oh,
Or the die. 4 ups, 2
That's
mortals.
huge.
2 mortals.
Okay.
And 5 ups to attack. 1 attack.
Every roll hits, Chuck.
Missionary in first
Every roll.
round.
You said 2 mortals?
Yep.
Make them both.
3 rolls. You get 3.
Oh, the attack when he dies is in Sacred Right. I don't know why he rolled.
1?
1 punch.
1. Oh, 5 up in bull. Good.
I guess not being
And then
experienced
I'll
with this.
just leave the one that's all that. If you want, you may grab.
Oh, I think I needed to tick up 1. Because I haven't spent any this turn, right?
Oh, is that
This Ad
I think
Mech
I have to
army
pick
just
up one,
looks
right?
so
Because I haven't spent
powerless.
yet this
How
turn.
do you not kill 5 Repentia?
No, I don't think I think I did. Okay, cool.
I think
my
that might have
pile
been
in.
dice.
She's gonna
It
swing
might have been
Oh,
I
sure.
wasn't really paying attention.
Oh, yeah, until the thing we consolidate.
4
I
rerolls.
guess
One
that's as
hit.
good as a 2-up invul.
1 wound.
Chuck does fight twice with one retention.
1 wound.
No, I don't think so.
Good.
I think he fought when he died before. That makes sense.
How many you got left there?
9.
9. Okay, have it knocked into it.
Mm-hmm.
We need to keep them alive. Yep. All right, we're in morale.
Okay.
Roll for her.
Okay.
Oh darn.
She failed.
You had one
I am
on
going to
miracle.
spend 2 CP to push their invul to a 4.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
It's not as good as a 2, but it's
I
fine.
will have
We will generate
this one and that one
list
for 10.
Yeah.
I guess he wasn't doing
I
that.
will be getting priority, and I'll stay in engage range.
Okay.
These ones are just going to step.
Yeah, that was the perfect time to use a 1 and
You know,
auto pass that.
I'll be
Yeah. Unless you didn't want to be trapped.
So are we in top of 5
I
now?
don't think you were ever going to kill that unit anyway.
No, I don't think that was the consideration.
dictionary.
I think that was just a oops, I forgot kind of moment.
Yeah, I think because that's even like not even just remembering to use the miracle dice. That's from 9th has altered morale, where
Yeah.
no matter how much you've lost, you can still just pass on a 1.
Yeah.
Run.
That'll be engaging all
Seems
fronts
good.
for Chuck. One sister who lived.
Oh, end of my turn. I did get engaged
Sometimes that's all it
in
takes.
3 quarters.
Yeah, looks like those
I did
retributors
get
are
my priority again.
those Skorpius Disintegrators.
I got 3 quarters engaged.
Still have their chairs from the looks of it.
So I've got engaged
that's-
every turn but the first turn, and 1 turn I got 3. 3 points.
Yep. If both those disintegrators go down, then
Yeah,
that
I think that's between the multi-melta immollators and the retributors. Oh, the immolators don't seem to be lining up shots, unfortunately.
This guy's out here.
Still, the retributors splitting fire and good use of miracle dice should actually just get it done. Especially with units getting real ones.
and that means that the Ad Mech turn 5 isn't actually
Go on,
can't
get.
get to that many objectives.
Oh, Chuck is going a very strange direction with those immolators and Judith. I guess he's trying to clear out these Electro-Priests. They don't actually have a 2-up invul because they didn't kill a unit somehow.
Yeah, you gotta wipe the entire squad though.
I've gotten it. What is that? I got 2, 3,
I don't
3,
agree.
2. Right? So I got 3 twice, right? Because the drill and then the dog.
Yep.
Okay.
You're out.
So it should be 2, 2, 3, 3. It should be 10 on engage. Yeah, okay. Noah should have 10 on engage. That's all I can tell you.
Give me a second. I will come clarify. We're just time-wise. This is we want to get it done. All right. I move the things. I will shoot the things. We'll start over here. 4 sisters.
He's gonna have rerolls from Junith.
Of course, drop a die.
Oh no.
As I talk about the ordinary.
Judith is in the far right corner tingling with those bottom Electro-Priests. It's better spent giving real
Okay.
to hit into the
Against those?
retribute.
Yep.
I would agree.
Fail them both.
Chuck is trying to bite off a lot right
Make
here.
one.
Hopefully, not for him.
Heavy bolter.
Those retributions at the bottom are getting
Yep.
shot by. So that's pretty
One.
self-explanatory.
Good.
Multi-multi. 3.
Dead.
That's going to be the end of Electro-Priests on the top.
These multi-meltas.
I think that's Chuck's only play for that
That's
top
it.
left objective. That is just going to be Chuck's on turn 5. Same with the top
They're both
right
indirect.
objective.
Yeah, nothing's getting to
You know
that.
what?
And you're outside of 12, you're negative.
3 is good.
But it's going to
Okay.
fire the onto the
So I'll
bottom right.
fire 1 at 1, then I'll fire 1 at the other one, and then I'll do
Sure.
first one.
Fire having Skorpius, I imagine.
No reroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 hit. 1 wound. Straight in, right?
Yeah.
2 damage.
Okay. So he's at 10.
That's the score as of the
At the
moment,
other side.
but that's partway through top
One
of
hit.
5, so
1 wound.
For 1. Goes to
You
9.
needed to use the strat here to
Then,
increase the damage in the range.
I will use the 2
He's got the
Sure.
CP.
crabs.
Yeah, go to 36, and he's probably at 18, and then he gets the +2.
Yeah, even if you're not in 36 for the +2 or 18 for the +2, that alone gives you +1 damage in all
For
your
a
attacks.
total of, is that 9?
Yeah.
You blow your load.
Does blow up. Unfortunate.
Blow up could be big.
This one's at 11 wounds.
Yep, shoot the other two multi-multis at it. One hits.
Uh-huh.
On the CP. Oh no, I don't have to spend it. I'm just going to
CP to discard it.
Okay.
It's crappy miracle dice to modify the one to a hit. I like that play.
Okay. He has was 11, so now it's down to 5.
Yeah, take out that chance.
Priests.
Make it a
Any
sure
flamers?
thing.
1.
4 up. Good.
I think that's it. I
tank.
think tank survived. That was
None.
Okay.
not aggressive use of miracle dice or strats there, and I think that's going to cost Chuck a little bit. It
One.
might not be the game, but it's going to make it
One.
closer than 8.
How much? $1 million? Oh yeah. Okay.
8. 4 more multi-multis into them.
Okay.
I am getting number 1s finally. You are close enough.
Uh huh. What is this?
2.
Inlander, there, and Ultra Priests that are
Okay.
not to have been
Fire the
somehow.
bolt guns when you do that.
Make 2. Fail 2. Give me 2d6. So if you roll ones,
5 and 5.
5 and 5. Okay.
We're going really fast for the sake
Shotgun.
of time. It's basically almost
Hits.
over.
Yeah.
2 wounds. Bolt pistol hits. 1 wound, so 3 wounds.
Make 2. 5 of feeling pain. Good.
All right. How many are left there?
There are 6.
All right.
7.
Can't do
7.
shit
There are
with them.
7.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'll engage 2.
Definitely bit off more than they could
Target,
chew. I
target,
think
and
Priest
pass to you.
alive
Okay.
had this help out.
This will be fast.
Knocked out that
Did we
Skorpius.
see if the second disintegrator was damaged?
Yes, it has 5.
Just
5. Wait, 5.
Okay, so it is bracketed.
Ad Mech had a strap for that, and we do know he's about to gain a command point.
So grab that.
I don't know if he'll spend that command point there or how many CP he has.
Okay.
I know we can make it active.
These guys will move 6.
I think they also forgot to do the
Da.
explosion. Just like explosion.
Mechanical this turn will be.
I don't think that
Doesn't
make a
matter.
difference.
It actually just is not relevant at all because I've selected all the good ones and I have 1 CP. Okay. This guy's gonna move 12 to advance. and I can shoot a
12 unless he
there.
spends the CP to act as normal.
What
I
actually
don't know.
matters? What is relevant to actually how the game plays out?
I don't know if he can
I
make
think
him aware of
advancing is
that.
relevant. All right, so we're gonna advance for 1, which is I think what I needed. Yeah. La, 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 la.
Oh,
And then those guys I think are good. I think they're just gonna
Nothing they can see. So.
see if they can get up here and shoot some of your dudes. Can you see them? Probably only 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
it's going to be a tight turn, although some of this scoring is not up to date.
this guy
Yeah,
just
I don't
went
think
down
that's
6.
a score we can rely on, unfortunately.
Oh gosh, sorry.
Well, just keeps the suspense up.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go.
Beginning of 4, but I haven't done the bottom
What matters?
update. So,
So,
I'll just do the
Because I'm not
Now
sure
it's one
if
thing. Everything
Noah
else I'll
ever
shoot for.
finished
Okay,
Deploy
3
Scramblers, and I know Chuck did.
shots into here.
I don't think Noah did. Unless the
1.
unit got
One.
out of the drill. Keep
AP
striking
nothing.
2. That might have been what happened.
Okay, good.
You only just shoot things that matter.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Just squad
I have to
matters.
get them off, and I have to get them off, and I have to hold this, and that's what I have to do.
And that's the game?
Yeah, that'll be the end result. This shoot there, 24, D3 shots, 3. He still rerolls his own ones. 3 hits, strength 7, 2 wounds, AP 2, 3, AP 3.
Multi comes off.
Okay. This shoots.
That guy over there.
Okay.
Up 2 shots. 1 hits.
It's -1 outside 12.
Oh, before we start tallying up, I'm going to do the thing that we've been doing a horrible job of, which is that this is all for charity. Something we
Okay.
should have been mentioning a couple
And then
times
the
over the
only
course of
thing
this.
left after that matters is
It
there
is
are 2
for...
things. I believe there's threat lets me advance and shoot
Ah,
at
man,
4
I'm
for
not going to
1.
remember now.
I need to look at that real quick.
Fred,
and then I'm going to make a
something,
chart.
Cancer
I'm gonna roll a
Society.
chart real-
It's in the
I'm gonna roll
Facebook
that
pages
charge
and all the
right now,
links.
That's because that's the most
And
relevant.
it's also going towards Vince Price,
6.
who is a friend of the community, who currently is battling cancer.
Oh, it only lets you advance and shoot cognizant. So I think
2 wonderful causes,
that's just going to reroll this,
and
and that's
$30 gets your name in the raffle for prizes. But of course,
Okay.
any amount is appreciated.
So if I kill these
And
guys,
we are
there's
just
a
glad that
chance.
you're
If not,
here
I'm pretty
sharing this
sure
time
you
with us.
Yeah.
And then they can come around
And
from
we
the
are
edge.
over $10,000
Doesn't really
in
matter. They're just going to be,
donations as
they're all
of
in.
about an hour ago. So.
Go take their pile in. They have 7 models. 4,
At
6,
least the
7.
objective. Noah's going to score 15 on primary.
They're going to do a mortal wound to you.
Any points on engaging all fronts, actually.
Well, if he kills all of them.
And I'll shoot the.
Oh, they're not
Well, they're in
upset,
combat.
so you
Oh,
won't
that's
connect
right. Never mind.
You can't
Just
shoot when you're in
punch it,
combat.
okay.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it.
14.
I wish the score was up to date because then we could probably figure out who actually won. But we
I'd like to
shall
hit.
see.
Give me 3 6s. That's all I ask.
With the 15 on
1.
primary.
So that's D3 mortals for 2. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds.
6 wins.
6 AP2.
CP2.
6 5 ups.
First one. Dead. We start going hard.
Dead.
Reroll. Whatever. No, dead.
Okay. That is the end of my turn.
These two here. Only one of them punched you back and didn't.
Cool. All right.
All right.
So
let's
end of my
see.
turn, I'll pick up 10.
No engage.
You get a 10. You'll get a
I think he gets 15.
priority.
Uh-huh.
I think Judith might be on the objective as well.
Okay, scored up.
15 on engage.
Perhaps.
8 engage, 15 priority. 25. 35. 40, 45. 58. All right, 58 for me, or 58 for you, 64 for me.
Okay, so you won by 6 points?
Yeah.
All right, good game. Excellent game.
Good game.
There we go. Yeah, that was a
All
tight
right, now
one.
to dig myself out of the loser bracket.
All right, everyone,
58,
thank you so
64.
much. I don't know what's next on the stream schedule. Alex, do you?
That was
I believe it is
That was a
Colin
very tight game.
here next.
58,
I
64.
believe I have it right in front of me.
basically.
No, of course not. I have the list right in front of me.
I'm going to dig my.
yeah,
I'll
I
see
believe
you
we're
when I dig out of the
continuing on with
loser
your-
bracket.
On the next one, which might be Colin and
That
Chuck
would
right
You
now.
will. I'll dig out of. I'll see
It
you on the
is-
other end of the loser
Well, if you
bracket.
Yes,
do,
RTT
loser
game
bracket, how's he
7.
gonna play you?
What?
And I
If you
believe
did
that will be
do
Chuck
well in the
and
loser
Colin.
bracket, how's he going to play you?
Exciting. All right, well, stay tuned, everybody.
Oh.
We'll see how,
We're gonna have
the RTT progresses.
units that are more powerful than they should be contest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
that's
a
a
good one,
thing.
guys.
They call it 40K, but whatever.
Dude, that was a sweet game. That was
I
awesome.
really like the interactions.
No, you gotta clear quick, man, I'm sorry.
What?
You gotta clear your stuff quick.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm actually already clear. I'm good. I'm coming.
Well, am I playing you, Colin, next, right now?
Yeah, right now.
At this table?
Yeah?
Excellent. I will stop putting this shit in a box.
You wanna walk away, use the bathroom, get a drink?
Yep.
That's fine.
I'm going to.
I'll set up the table.
All right, I am clear.
Does anybody know what mission we're playing?
No.
Put it in several chats.
I know you did. This is round 2.
I won it by.
How many rounds total are there?
Peter won by like 2 points.
How many rounds total are? That's not mine. Oh, that is mine.
You can play 5, but there's 4 rounds.
Okay. Is that 5 if you dig out?
Yeah.
All right.
There's a point at which the people that have lost and then won a bunch have to play each other to see who's going to play the person who plays the undefeated match.
What am I playing against?
All right, everybody.
Awesome.
Just updated the final score.
Thymacarion nids?
We're going to go dark for a minute. to
Thymacarion
reset,
nids?
And we'll be back as soon as you guys are ready to go. So,
Oh, I
give us
don't. I
5
don't know how I
minutes.
feel about that.
I think so.